Sinful Caesar sipped his snifter, seized his knees and sneezed. Welcome everyone to this week's spicy episode of Theta Thursday. Tonight, it's a very special one. We have the heroes of Amok. We have some discussion on the town halls that were happening this week. Our fireside with the Matani.
Greg, did you make the stars green?
No, it's chroma key. Pretty interesting, though.
See the space.
Anyways, welcome everyone. Thanks for coming out. Let's fucking introduce our guests here. We have from Amok, the one, the only Mr. Graf Talkin.
Hey, how's it going?
We have from Amok, Mr. Syndix Ras.
Hello.
We have Big Bill the Boss from Amok.
Oh, hey guys.
We have Bromander Data from Amok.
Hello, how's it going?
And we have Nuramori from Amok.
Sexy people.
As usual, we have our hosts, Docs Heckard, Don Rea, and myself, I'm Greg.
I don't know why Dawn Rhea's pasties are flashing.
It's because it's see-through.
It's pretty mesmerizing, isn't
it?
Wait, seriously, that's my mom's picture. Where the fuck? I just turned Twitch on. Where'd you get that?
Wait, Bill,
Tell her
is
thank
your
you.
mom single?
She's a 9, so.
Get it, guys? Because there's a 9.
I actually didn't get that, but now I do.
So, we've had a fun week this week, so we're going to get into some stuff a little bit later, but we're going to spend some time highlighting our guests today, and I thank you all for joining us. So the first thing is whoever wants to try and explain what is Amok, what makes Amok special.
Well, we're a group of highly sophisticated writers and Shakespearean composers. We pride ourselves in the ability to compose some of the greatest written literature that this generation or the past generations have ever really come across.
Fantastic.
We're shit posters. I am a shit poster.
You also need to plug that we are, without a doubt, the super capital backbone of the Imperium. And for anyone that hasn't heard, Amok is recruiting.
Oh, god damn, I lost the pool. I figured it was going to take more than 30 seconds.
Wait, what are they doing, Bromander?
Amok is recruiting.
Okay, I thought that's what you said. All right.
So I've heard about this super capital backbone, and what I've been hearing is that you'll take the bone in any hole now.
It depends on who it is, really. Grath and Nara are pretty popular. JT's definitely popular, but some of the others, people we may not take the bone from, but
Bill, is our interview interrupting your carrot eating or whatever the fuck it is they're gnawing on right now?
Bugs.
I do have dinner finishing up in 10 seconds, so keep talking, guys.
How precise.
We'll say we are very eager to use our butt plugs.
So, well, Bill, you've been there where before all this war stuff, there was kind of a I don't know, you guys were trying to do your own umbrella down in Southern Delve for a while. Is that correct?
No, it's not correct. We were creating our own umbrella down there.
Yeah, there was no trying.
When Amok wants to do something, Amok does. That's how it works.
So, what history of Amok do you guys know? Because I know some of you are newer or haven't been in a while. Like Grath joined this past year, and I think Bromander said he just got back in. But what can you tell us a little bit about, like, what has Amok been doing for the past few years, at least? Because I know, Bill, you've been in it for years, so do your best.
I guess. I think Syndic's probably been in Amok longer than I have. I don't know about.
I think I just hit a decade, actually.
I probably came in right after the Cultural Revolution, so I'm probably of the new Amokers. Yes, coming up on 4 years now.
I know that Amok started. It was like a rental corp over in Fountain,
Yeah, and then they were in Minor Threat for a while. I remember. That was well before my time, though.
Wow, Rat Rightus and bringing core into Goonswarm.
Yeah, Val Rat brought us in, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't AMOC like down in the south when Bob started to lose space back across the war? Like you guys were like living down
Yeah.
in the most southernmost regions. That was probably the first time I had contact with the Corp. Was when you guys were
Yeah, that was well before any of us, though. That we would need Ish for that history lesson.
Yeah, I actually remember. I thought I remember the Corp getting made fun of a lot internally. Like I joined
Oh, we
Goons for
did.
a while, for like 60 days, and I think that was one of the things that I remember from my first 60-day stint was AMOC was always.
Yeah, we were the butt of every joke.
Yeah.
So how I came to be an AMOC is I was in Y. And when they reset when it was an alliance, and when they reset the Razor Renters, the United Front Alliance that was like up in Branch, I went with Tiberizzle to go kill Renters. And at some point we realized that because I was in Y. They hadn't reset settings with Y. So we just AWOCs Tengus wholesale for like 2 days. And then I got kicked for that. And yeah, to your point, the Draconic Blade was like, you should join AMOC. They'll accept anyone, especially AWOXers. And so that's how I ended up here.
Yeah, actually, when we got kicked to Saranen, I was recruited by Pookie Bear to join AMOC, who wasn't even in AMOC.
Yeah.
And he gave me a super to join AMOC. He's like, come join us. And I was like, you're not in it.
In fairness,
Bill.
he for
I didn't get a
sure
fucking
stole
super.
that. Yeah, he for sure stole that for someone, in fairness.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Grad. Yeah, yours is in the cooker. Yours is being built in PUIG in the wait.
Yeah. Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
Salty again about the Keepstar.
I guess the next time the Corp popped up was when Ridis was running it. Ridis, however you say her name, and then you had Murph, and that kind of made you guys famous. Brian was everywhere.
That's Laz for people who don't know. Lazarus Telraven.
If you have to call him Laz, you're probably a trash whatever his friend, and you can probably go fuck yourself. But so I'm gonna call him Brian for the rest of forever, and his big sweet ass beard. But yeah, that put AMOC on the map pretty much the second time around for not being the butt of a joke.
Yeah, him being an FC, and then Ridus was Sky Marshal for a pretty significant period of time, and then we had that fucking loser Zarks as well. Like that was when we went from being like the butt of every joke to being like respected, I would say.
But who was that? Never mind.
A lot of you guys have met each other in real life.
Yes. I have the distinct privilege of having been RKO'd by our CEO, Travis Wells.
That's awesome.
What?
Yeah, we were at a barbecue in Virginia, and a couple hours into drinking, I just hear Bromander. I turn around, and he, for an RKO, you run into a person, you slap your arm into their chest, and you kick your legs out behind him, and he slammed me into the fucking ground, all 6'6", 580 pounds of me.
Jesus Christ. That's awesome.
And that was part of why, when I came back to playing Eve, instead of going back to Wafa, I decided to join AMOC.
Yeah, and then we saw each other quite a few times. I mean, we've got the barbecues, but we saw each other quite a few times in Boston when you would be there. We saw that girl's vagina in a bar that one day. That was pretty cool.
We did. In Cambridge, a very classy part of Boston.
Oh, Nero, I didn't know you went to Boston.
Oh, funny. Yeah. Actually, since Syndic lives literally like not even 40 minutes from me, we've not met. I'm actually a little butthurt.
Yeah, it's actually surprising.
Yeah, AMOC, actually, we were friends in IRLs.
No, you waited till I moved 2,000 miles away before you invited me, so I couldn't come to any of your meets. Now I'm pissed. I just
It's
want to
weird because
barbecue.
it's almost like planes don't exist, right, Graf?
I'm not getting in a metal tube full of all these idiots.
At the Vegas meetup.
I don't know. So what have you guys been doing through the war? I know we hear a lot of it around the place with the posting and Trash Talk Tuesday and various other things where some of you come on and say stuff, but what has AMOC been doing this war, just for everybody to know flat out?
AMOC's really good at just getting into shit with literally everything. That's probably the best explanation in my mind, is that we just fucking get into shit.
Being a
everywhere.
gigantic pain in the ass to like pretty much everybody, I would probably say.
Probably the biggest thing that's going on is Nina and Afghanistan and the terrorizing that they're doing down south.
That was some fun shit, yeah.
Now, in the meantime, in the background, of course, we're doing a lot of preparatory work for what happens after the war, which should not be ignored.
I would say before the whole Afghanistan thing, I still think my favorite part of this war so far has been the absolute fuckfest of keeping Puig in our hands up until the bitter end, not
Oh,
better
yeah.
end. The whole Viet Cong shtick was definitely a fan favorite of mine.
Yeah, that whole area down there, it was just a fucking, it was just like a fun shit show for months and months, and no one ever like really paid attention down there to just how fucking annoying AMOC could be. And there were some other guys down there as well. I can't think of them off the top of my head.
Also, really important, in case anyone's forgotten, Jeremy, you still owe Travis Wells 500 million isk, you bastard.
Yes, Jeremy and Adair, the collections are coming. AMOC Collections has your number.
Yeah, I just got finished making some concrete galoshes.
Jeez.
In game, non-fatally.
So for flower pots.
Kind of like a theme throughout the war, because we are normally outnumbered, but it is amazing at how bad Pappy is in general. Because you guys are very good, very skilled in your own ways, but as you said, you guys like to fuck around and shitpost and stuff too. The fact that you guys were able to hold on to an area and put the hurt into them throughout the entire war for 10 months, roughly, back and forth?
Give or take. They first attacked it back in like the end of September, beginning of October, and they didn't get it till like a week and a half, something like that.
Yeah, it took them.
It's just the fact they can't be everywhere at once, and the whole entire idea was just to try and make them like have to be. Like, you can go and do all this other crap you're doing in other parts of Delve, but every day we'll just make a timer here for you too, and you got to pick one. You can't go to both. And it just, there was a rule that there was no amount of times that was too many times for you to die. So if you die, just get a new ship, die again, and just keep being a pain in their ass until they got to go see a proctologist about it. And that's pretty much how it worked.
Yeah.
That's always been like a big theme with us too, is like nobody gives a shit how often. Like, it's way better to be a pain in their ass and die than to not die.
Oh yeah, this game is about dying and losing ships. I'll never understand the mentality of going on a fleet and wanting to make it back to 1DQ in one piece. That hurts my goddamn heart.
Honestly,
every time I FC'd, my motto, and everybody who's been on this fleet with me that was FCing knows that I don't want to fly home, because then I have more time to run around and hunt. So we're gonna go die.
Yeah, I haven't FC'd a fleet in years. I want to, but wartime probably isn't the time to lead a fleet that ends in a Thunderdome. I feel like that would be frowned upon.
That's the perfect time.
Yeah.
Probably the best thing about AMOC is that we literally don't take ourselves seriously. We have fun. Everyone thinks we take ourselves seriously, but we do things just to have an enjoyable time with each other.
Yeah, I mean, no one everyone. It's a joke. Like, a lot of it's just fun and hilarity,
Large portion of the defense of the Constellation was put up in a structured tank battleship. That's about where we were at with structured tank battle.
with taking ourselves seriously.
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed we did not take the Battle Oracle more to heart when we had the opportunity.
Oh, dude, I'm so mad I never got to use. I bought that stupid fucking hell, and I never got to use it, and I'm still salty. And now I have to not be a moron in it because it's worth like 5 times as much. It makes me really sad.
You bought it for 12 bills, Syndic, and it's going to be 80. I think you made your money on it.
Turn around and sell it.
Give me a part of the profits and you'll still make money.
Yeah, I lost because I didn't know you couldn't. So I thought when Citadel was in any of the timers, you just couldn't remotely jump, but you could fly there and jump. Turns out that's not the case in Structure, so I did lose the 5 billion-esque pod that went with it and had to buy a new one. Oh. Yeah, it hurt pretty bad. I was pretty salty.
You got a more memorable moments. Don't forget White Halo when he warped to the Keep Star in his Aeon. You got some groups that are probably not ready to go right now.
Wasn't it also him that, or maybe it was Smack? I don't remember who it was, but somebody like accidentally put their Aeon in autopilot. Like we ended up having to like actually call their telephone and be like, "Yo, you moron! Your fucking Aeon is like 14K off a gate right now."
I think we
was
have
that?
a rich
Sounds about right.
history of capital and super capital pilots doing things accidentally before they go AFK for hours.
Yeah.
The White Halo's point, he says he was sent there at 0. Granted, he survived the Aeon coming back to the fleet, but I suspect that he was just too aggressive.
Well, it's been amazing to watch this war, how our guerrilla warfare tactics have kind of shown how bad our enemy is in the small scale. Because Amok, you guys did really well holding Puig and, as you said, being a pain on their side. Bastion killed the most expensive Sotio in this entire game that's ever been killed. In it over there, kicking ass and catch and helping evict Brave out. Delta holding Queries down and making Brave moving in a fucking nightmare. It's just amazing to see that Goonswarm has all these different little groups that are apparently just terrors of the fucking game.
Well, that's an interesting point because, even though you've got Amok's kind of highlighted today, but Goonswarm is really a great collection of diverse cores that still work together as a huge family, right? So it doesn't. Yes, we've got Amok and we've got our own little, group that has some strong ties together, but in strength, we really have everyone still works together at the large scale too.
While we're talking about Satios, I want to point out that one of my highlights for this war was when we lost the Amok Satio in Puig, but it's a highlight because in its defense, I managed to kill our CEO, Travis Wells.
Wait, we weren't talking about Sodios?
Don mentioned the most expensive Sotio in the game being destroyed, so I used that as a very tangential segue.
That was
The
pretty
word
good.
was said.
Killing people with heap stars and structures, don't you?
Almost as much as you like setting up the alignment of Keep Stars and Structures.
Perfect.
Yeah, I just want to point out that
Got it in
the
there.
Keep Star in Puig would probably be standing today if it were properly aligned.
Son of a bitches. You know how much time and effort I spent to get that goddamn thing right? I
Not
actually
enough.
went into like 3D modeling software and CC and tried to get the exact spot.
That's right. I forgot that you did all that shit for real. And still fucked it up.
But you know what? You got a clean slate to do it again. That's all this is clean slate of clearing out crap from people that don't even play the game anymore. That was actually the funny part. Throughout most of the Keep Stars dying, someone, a Billy or somebody would always be like, oh, well, someone paid for that, and they're going to be so hurt seeing that their alliance isn't defending their building. They worked and put all their hard-earned money into. I'm like, okay, well, one of them has a character that's banned and blacklisted from the game. Another one's from an alliance that was actually a spy alliance that we kicked out, so we got a Keep Star for free. And I just started going through all the ones that I could think of, and like at least 7 of them were from people who don't even play Eve anymore or not in Goons anymore. So they were. It's like, your argument means nothing. No one cares.
It was the one Keep Star in WTech K that they put up, and then within a month they were out of the alliance.
ZXB.
It was also in WTech K. Whoever put that right up there on the gate.
That was
MK?
Well, that was the Russian ones, right?
Might have been.
I think the Russians lived over the WTech K pocket, and then but the ZXB one, Frozen Rabbit Hutch put up, and then we found out they were an FRT
Oh,
group,
that's
so we're like, kick. So like, and they put
Frozen
it in the worst
Rabbit
spot
Hutch.
possible.
That was their name.
Yeah, Frozen
Yeah,
Rabbit Hutch.
I don't know who
actually
that
more
is,
than
but it's a
Bucky
very
Hutch, wasn't it?
cute name.
Yeah, you got
Frat
Frozen.
was putting sorry, Docs. Okay, Docs, if you're not gonna talk then. Frat was putting Umbrella Corps in everybody's groups.
What at a time,
Is this
please.
what we're gonna do? Or we're just gonna?
Yeah,
Or
this
is
is
it almost gonna talk? and I was thinking maybe it didn't go through because I already said what I was going to say. But yeah, it was Violent Rabbit Hutch. I don't know.
Oh,
where
you're
you got
right.
Frozen from.
But they named the structure Frozen Rabbit Hutch. That's why Violent
right.
Rabbit Hutch. There we go. You're right. So they put the Keemstar in the worst possible spot, and then we kicked them out like a month and a half later and moved it to a better spot.
I'm sorry. The worst Keep Star ever put up was the one in OTAC H on the goddamn sun.
No, 5 Taxi was on the sun. At least it was pointing at the right gate, but it was on the sun. You were blind every time you undocked. That's why no one lived there. Thanks, why not? So, but yeah.
So in my
No, Bill's got
research.
something. Let Bill talk.
Oh, sorry. Go on, Bill.
No, Greg, I want to hear your voice, not mine.
Well, I was going to say, in my research into the history of AMOC, I came across something interesting, and maybe we can dispel this once and for all.
Stop JPEG?
No, was Keyboard Goop an elaborate AMOC plot?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Greg, no one knows what you're talking about.
Was what?
I think Bill knows.
Keyboard Goop. I think you guys know.
Someone posted a fucking picture of some keyboard goop and got RO'd for it.
That was so long ago that I remember a little bit about that.
Confirm or deny? Was AMOC behind that?
I have no idea what it is.
I thought we were going to go down a rabbit hole and talk about how our CEO got banned for homegrown, but
Yeah, I thought we were talking about isdick.jpg.
Or actually,
wait a second.
You have a storied history of homegrown being sent and received. Because also remember, what was that shitter who sent a picture of his tiny little pecker to Ritus?
Was it? Bob the builder, fucking
You know who I'm talking about, though.
Bob from accounting or whatever.
Bob from marketing.
Which one? English Bob or American Bob? There's two different Bob from marketings in Eve.
The one that was grooming the.
Okay, that's American Bob. That's from Texas. American Bob is different. That's the one they've always accused of being some weird child wrangler. English Bob is really cool. Actual good guy, not the same. And he's like, "There's another Bob with my name." That's my best English accent. That's what you're getting.
That was pretty good.
That was fantastic.
So bad.
Sounded like a chimney sweep.
Wait, what?
Because there's only ever been English chimney sweeps, Greg. I love you.
That's
the second time I've heard it. Like, what is with Eve dudes sending their dick pictures? I know another guy that sent one for a carrier skill book. Somebody was like, "Send me a picture of your dick next to something so I could see how big it is." And so he crumpled up a $5 bill and put his tiny little pecker next to that. And it's like, dude, at least get something that makes it look big. Don't
somehow
crumple up a bill or some shit.
I'm just
Jesus.
saying,
Have a
Secret
little
Santa
confidence.
is the most dangerous time of the year. If someone says that a picture of their balls would be a good gift for Secret Santa, they're probably going to get a picture of someone's balls for Secret Santa.
I will
actually trying to show my balls on Telegram, and I got reprimanded for that. Also an invite, but that's another story.
But you're asking all of us for medical advice, if I recall correctly.
How do you take a picture of your balls?
In the shower, and they said, "Yeah, I'm texting from the shower." They didn't believe me, so I sent a picture of my balls to Telegram.
Now, do you take a picture from the front or from the back of your balls? Like, I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, the back is definitely more theatrical.
You teabag the camera, and he's Santa balls. You got to dress him up.
It's like a bouquet. It's like grab them by the stuff them up.
He's talking about his loofah balls, by the way, guys. Let's not get crazy about it. All right.
Well, we were already talking about fucking chickens earlier, so I figured this is the natural result of where we were going.
I thought fucking chickens was a sport, though.
You got to catch them first.
Yeah, it's like back in Alabama when we used to hold up the pigs and wrestle them. And wait
That's
a minute,
a good fucking time, isn't it?
That's a weird thing to call your sister in Alabama.
Oh my god!
All right, I'll give you one, Bromander. I'll give you one. That's a freebie.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Oh, Dominic, welcome to the show.
How you guys doing tonight?
I'm good.
It's fucking
I'm
weird.
good,
We were just talking about Graf yesterday. Somebody brought him up. Now he's here. You must have heard us.
fucking rubbed the bottle. Now I'm out. What do you want?
Yeah, exactly. It must have happened.
Did you
Spook
hear
of
that
the
they're-
devil.
Did you hear they were going to start banging on the goon gong to get nerds to rain from the sky?
Oh, what were we talking about before?
Balls, I think.
Yeah,
Oh.
ball pictures.
Chicken
Okay.
fucking.
Okay, Grass, was it PL forums or was it here that had the contest with people trying to get like the side view of their balls? Do you remember that? It was years
It wasn't
ago.
here. I don't know
It
anything
was years
about
ago, though.
side views of balls. That's weird. I'd like to know more about this. Tell me more.
It must have been here. I can't remember who it was. It was fucking doing that. Oh, I do remember. Oh, what's shit? He's not with us anymore.
That may be a Bastion thing.
It wasn't. It was a good thing, but fuck,
Side ball versus front ball.
I can't think of his name.
Like which side? Because my right nut is significantly larger than my left nut. So like
Yeah,
depending
hangs
on
like
what
a-
profile, it's
So you could
Oh,
have
wait,
like a
I did not
testicular
participate
eclipse.
in it. I mean, I viewed it because it was funny, but I didn't participate.
When you're manscaping, just carve a letter in it.
Yeah, like
little L, little R.
yeah, one hangs lower than the other. It's kind of like got a gangsta lean to it, you know.
So all of them are that have to do that to fit.
Over 40, they
Except-
start to act like a bolo.
Except for Pappies, they don't
Yeah.
have balls. According to this weekend, they don't have any.
Ooh, Don, spicy.
I like
I've
it.
never
What?
seen people spend so much time attacking POS to actually not do anything successful with POS. Like, my
They
God.
got one fight tonight, and they're gonna jerk about it, which is great. But
They're gonna poke every hour all week long to see
but
when
it's
the
fine.
weakest response comes, and then they're gonna try and plan all their attacks around when they believe the weakest is. But they're gonna check every time.
So during our strongest time, we should not respond.
I mean,
That's some 6-level fucking
Yeah,
chest.
is
there.
that like some sort of like the Princess Bride Sicilian debacle? You know,
Never get in a
if I
land
attack,
war
then you
and,
attack, and then if I don't attack, but then I might no.
but they may be smart enough to deduce this.
The weird part about all this is they don't seem to have a plan for what they want to do next until it's time to do what they want to do next. So that means they don't really have a plan for after they like. There's no plan for what comes after they're allegedly done here, because they just came up with a plan for what they're going to do for the next part. So
Yeah,
it's gonna be
Pappy's literally a dog chasing a car, and then once that dog catches the car, like, what the fuck is that dog going to do with a goddamn car?
well, it's more like he's chasing a car. Then another car goes by, so we start chasing that car. Another one goes by, so we start chasing that car. He doesn't know which car to chase.
Like, I'm genuinely
Never catches
interested.
any of them.
I'm genuinely interested into let's say like shit goes south and everything goes like really bad for goons there for a consecutive like 30 days or whatever. 1DQ gets flipped, right? The iHub gets flipped in 1DQ. Are they going to jam us out of the system we're already in?
Yeah. That's the plan.
Don, that doesn't work.
Well, no, they want to.
You got me worried.
If you
now.
listened, if you listened, they want to jam out our supply lines so that way we can't bring our jump freighters in because
I can't
Black
do
Op
that.
is
Yeah,
not a
empty
thing at
space.
all. Don't worry. Don't worry about any blockade runners or anything like
But
that.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Don't worry.
NPC space is unjammable, so they can't really jam you from like you could jump straight from NPC delve to 1DQ, and I guess they could camp NPC delve 24 hours a day, but you just reroute it.
Yeah,
They're
well,
too
and we've
fucking
seen
lazy to do anything.
exactly. We've seen how good they are at being committed to something.
Oh yeah.
You want to talk
Yeah.
about blockade runners? I just want to have a shout out to these nerds over the past couple of weeks that have tried as solo tacklers to tackle my DST. I have no idea where you learned how tackling works, but even with 2 points, you're never going to tackle a DST by yourself, my guy.
You'd say that, but wait till the motherfucker puts 2 faction fucking scrams on it. That happened to me.
That still won't
Whoa.
stop me.
It's 6 points. Well, if you were stabbing it, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Burbanner's
Yeah,
just
but-
like zipping and zapping all through the constellation, laughing maniacally on Theta.
I love it.
But pulling us back on track, the Pappy has to like literally fucking. They have to maintain a hell camp for a consecutive 3 or 4 months plus in order to, assuming that they get done with part 1, part 2, part 3,
I think
up
we've
to
went back
part
to
12.
2. I think we've gone back now at this point.
Look at how much trouble they had with the resistance that AMOC put up in terms of PYG and that particular constellation. And they actually think they can, with the entire alliance stuffed into one system, make any concerted effort that's going to be successful in 1DQ or even the constellation that it's in. I mean, come on, this is not going to happen. Not
I mean,
without a lot of change.
even if they do, they've left a giant vacuum because they didn't have a plan on what to do with the space they were leaving. I honestly think they believe they could keep Delve and everything they had before. That was a thought in their head, which is just shows you how disconnected they are. You cannot control that much space in 2021 and Eve. It's just too much.
Not against a group our size. Like if we were
Any
teeny
size.
tiny,
It wouldn't matter. Like if they set their even if they set centrally up in Aquarius and they try to defend the far west of Delve and the far east of like Faith Obelisk and shit like that, it's just too far for them to reach. There's no way for them to get to that far. Even if they consolidated the entire group of them all finally fucked up into one giant orgiastic family of shit, and they dropped all pretenses of being these separate entities, and they were all one giant blob of shit. There's still just too much space for them to viably be able to get around and cover.
Yeah, and it's been that way for what, the better part of 5 years now. Like it's not like, that's not been Eve in years. You can't do that.
So they were never going to be able to cover it all in the first place. They didn't come up with a plan on what they were going to do for the space that they obviously wouldn't be able to hold before. They don't have a plan on what to do if, like, goons didn't just give up and die. They don't have a plan for that unless their plan is to just literally keep the coalition together forever, which is they don't have they just don't have any plan. They don't have a plan on what to do with Fraternity next, who is the next obvious threat to both of them.
And not to mention that Testy Boys and Brave and them have never lived within a convenient range of any kind of NPC sovereignty of which people can just, fuck with them all nilly-willy like without.
But Billy said that it'll be no problem. They lived in Esoteria. They know what it's like.
Goon, like, I don't want to come across cocky. Like, this is me not spinning, actually. I don't want to sound conceited or cocky, but goons had probably the best, like, crabbing defense setup of any of the operating entities around Eve, and we still lost fucking 2 supers a day and 5 whirlpools.
100% with you. Yeah, we probably did. In the history of the game, we probably have had the best, crabbing defense. And still, like you said, there were losses.
Significant losses. We got farmed to fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't lose anybody that I tried to save.
Didn't listen to the fucking instructions.
It's usually people who were actively trying to get killed because they just didn't know how to function.
Yeah.
So what I find funny is during the town hall, so they had a bunch of obviously town halls and meetings and whatever not this weekend, and there was a lot of shit spewn, but I liked the psyops that PGO was trying to put. First, he says that, oh, we know what they're doing. We've got a spy high up in their leadership, so we know what goons are gonna do. Goons don't even know what goons are gonna do. What makes you think the spy knows what goons is gonna do? So he's trying to
spy
out.
Maybe that's what that means.
Ooh, maybe Matani's selling us out. Who knows?
Yeah, that would be fucking hilarious. That would be the only just in to Goonfleet Waffstorm Federation is fucking Mitten selling us out at this point.
Honestly, I would love that ending.
Considering how the rest of Goon leadership has gone throughout 20 years, it'd be pretty fitting.
I don't know what there'd be no benefit.
That would be funny as hell.
Isn't it the rule? No one is immune from going fuck goons, not even leadership.
Nobody hates goons worse than goons themselves.
Sometimes
I think the one thing they just misunderstand is how little risk adverse we are. I mean, we just don't care. I mean, how many battleships did we throw in YZ? We just don't care about.
I think
as long as it's fun.
As long as it's fun, as well as we feel like we can accomplish something. Because we could zerg battleships all day, but if we don't feel like we can accomplish something at the end, then we start thinking like, this isn't as much fun, Let's go find something.
Can we though? Because I logged in today and a goddamn Dominic's is $375 million. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh
yeah.
Oh, did you just wake up? Like, do you know what's going on, Grant?
Have you missed the industry changes?
I've been following it all. I just haven't like I'm not really playing right now, but I still followed all the bad notes. I was like, man, I have 14 cap ships. I'm wealthy again. What's up now?
So to give you an idea,
I'm stupidly rich now.
For our audience members who may not be who might be living under a rock, I don't know. But the industry changes hit, and we were looking at the prices like the day of. Obviously, these are like crazy, initial market prices, but it was 1.6 billion to make a Megathron with all the parts required.
Yeah, that was when they were still like seriously understaffed. Now it's going to cost like between 300 and 400 million seems to be the average for a finished battleship right now. I assume that'll come down like a little bit more, but I wouldn't expect a whole lot more.
A super is estimated at 80 billion for the base price is what they're planning on. 274 billion
Who's there?
for a Titan.
You're talking CTP or our market limits?
So I'm not. Oh my god, I'm like a trillionaire, like 4 or 5 times over now.
Necessarily, it's the goddamn pain in the dick is to gather all the resources, which now are diversified across null, low sec, high sec, in order to make one of these T1 objects, right? So it used to be where you could just mine in one system, and yeah, you could sit and get bored out of your brain just mining ore, but you could still make a ship. And now, just to make a battleship and greater, you've got to dig deep and actually work collaboratively to really make it as seamless as possible.
Also, I just want to point out that saying that people get bored while mining ore is offensive. Nothing in this game is boring, I'll have you know.
Nothing's more boring than mining gas, because let me tell you.
You mean sucking farts.
Yeah. First you got to find it, which was so I decided to try it out yesterday just to see how it worked, because I knew that it spawns things or the gas cloud will start hurting you. So I was like, I don't know. I found one that seemed pretty easy to try, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching as it's pulling in 2 units a cycle per thing. So I'm like, wait, there's 1,000 in here. It's going to take me forever to finish this site.
Yeah, you really need
this is not good.
You really need the T2 miners as well. They help with like it's
skills finished last night.
Yeah, it's way faster. They mine way more units because it's one of those where like one unit's fucking huge. So blah blah blah.
Fucking
one of the easy that newer players can make good money out of wormholes, day tripping in wormholes. Like if they figure out how to work a prober, they can find gas clouds pretty easy in wormholes.
Here's a question I have for you. Here's a question. So do you remember how CCP, in the changes they were making, they basically wanted alliances to consolidate space, right? Because alliances before with like PASAs used to hold huge swaths of space with no one in it, but they had claims to areas. So they wanted everyone to basically get more granular and condense into pockets so that there'd be more room for everyone else. So they kind of forced you into a position where you had to like grab. Yeah, they keep systems active, right? That's the whole idea, that your index went up and you had to be active in the system. But now with the changes that they're doing, they're basically forcing everyone to spread all across the universe again in order to build these, super battleships and up. They're actually kind of doubled back on themselves.
Every alliance has to have a low sec area now if they want to be semi self-sufficient.
In all areas, right? You got to have wormhole because you need the gases. You're going to have low sec for certain wars and high sec for a majority of some of the other wars, and then null still for moon goo. So
I would say
across the entire universe.
I would say more than you have to have access to. So instead of having access to like low sec or being near low sec or high sec or something like that, your alternative is to have like a really good wormhole crew that goes to work every day and tunnels its way from wherever you live in like Omis, some shithole like that in the middle of nowhere, like low sec holes. If you can get good at wormhole mapping, you don't need to live near the border of anything. You can just find your way there. But you need a fairly dedicated group of guys that does that every morning when they wake up.
But if you don't like wormholes, you're fucked.
So there is a pro to this. There's a pro to this change, though. I think people are overlooking, though. That is, and this is an unironic pro. So CCP now has implemented the dials that they can find, assuming they know what the fuck they're doing. They can fine tune if like super Titan proliferation becomes an issue again in the future. They can fine tune those specific manufacturing materials and make it harder to acquire those assets without fucking up the entire rest of the economy like they've done historically.
Think about what the impact is in terms of an alliance structure, right? Because before, in terms of a null sec alliance, you could literally live in null and be self-sufficient and create your own markets. But now that's actually forcing us to redevelop some of the ways the core a core and alliance is structured.
Oh, I mean, fuck nullsec, right? Like I want. I
Pretty much.
want.
All you need to do is own a couple spaces in null, and because you just need to be able to mine some of the Arc and Orbistot, and then you need to have obviously space to build supers and titans, but the rest of it is useless. You don't even need to own that much nullsec anymore. It seems like you
I
want
think the
wormhole,
real
low sec, and high sec.
I think the real answer is quitting the shitty fucking game.
You know, that's a hard thing. I've been giving them money since 2004, and I don't see myself quitting long term until this game dies. You'll have to pry it from my cold, dead, fat fucking
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah, I think you'll see them add a couple of reasons, like a couple of things. You can see it in the hobo leaks and stuff like that. They're going to have a couple of things come back in to make it. Like they wanted to trim it out. I get that. They wanted to cut back, and I get that. And it's going to suck for a little bit. And they'll get back to it. There was a time when you would buy a battleship hull, and then your guns were like 25 million a piece. And so the 8 guns that you would buy for your battleship in like 2008, when not too many people had them, were worth 3 times as much as the hull. And they kind of they tweak things and they get away from it a little bit. They add some here and take some away over here. And then you got to a point where things were dirt cheap. You get 55 million Dami hulls, you fit the whole battleship for under 100 million. If you lose it, after insurance, you basically paid $2 million. And that got to be too far. And now they've retracted back the other way, and they'll keep swinging it back and forth, trying to find
Something about a pendulum.
Yeah, they're trying to find a sweet spot. And
here's what I don't understand, Greth. Like, I understand that they have certain adversity towards capitals and how some of these industry changes kind of shows that pressure point, right? They're making it difficult to build that. But I'm surprised that they put battleships under that same umbrella.
Yeah, that was weird. Nobody saw that coming.
That's the part that's crazy to me. I think I wonder if those fucking tier 3 battle cruisers are going to become hot shit now because of that, because they're not under that that way you can get large guns without having to deal with that bullshit, right?
But okay, so here's the problem. So large guns already got more expensive. I don't remember what they changed, but large guns, the price of Tech 2 large guns started going way up, and I mean crazy high. And now it's to the point where attack battle cruisers, which is what you're talking about, don't get used because you're putting $200 million worth of guns on this shitty little $30 million hull. It's like it's probably not 30 million anymore. It's probably trash. It's probably gone up a little bit. Like the hull is worth so much less than the guns.
Yeah, well, and that's the whole concept of the trade-off that you're getting large guns is it kind of fucking sucks other than that.
Yeah, like your insurance payout, they're like, yeah, my hull was 40 million, your insurance payout's 35 million. How much were the guns that were on it? Oh yeah, guns and ammo, that's 300 million.
What about, Brad, you've been around for a while. I've been playing Eve since 2008. You get to the point where as the player base matures, and there's some people who've been around since the inception of the game, that you want to provide content that appeals to new players as well as bitter vets. And so I'm a little surprised that they went and started tackling into the capitals, because that's basically where bitter vets end up, right? The big ships, and you've got assets and you've got capacity to play at that level, but now they're basically cutting it off at the knees. And I can fire so often before I start getting bored.
I think that's what the mutoplasmid stuff was supposed. It's supposed to give, so end game players have something else to sink all their money, time, and skill points into. They can do it in mutoplasmids instead of capitals, because it turns out if they let capitals just run wild and free, they become the dominant species in the environment.
Oh, so we're trying to add. They're trying to add some kind of way to limit them.
Oh, hey, I know that one thing that I know for a fucking fact from this industry change is that Pappy is not going to fucking use their supers and titans. They are scared fucking shitless. This is not me spinning at all. They are way too risk averse to ever drop one of those fucking super capitals.
Well, you can hear
anywhere
it in
near
their
our
voice.
ship.
Well, that's the loss of individual, right? Because when they lose that, that's the individual losing it. It's not like the alliance has their back like we do. And that's the one thing that makes us so less risk averse, is that we always know that the alliance will come make sure that our fun and time playing Eve is not going to be hit by the fact of worrying about whether we have a ship or not.
Didn't we have a really good example of that just a little while ago? Who was that guy that got wrecked in his it was a super Titan with a bad fit, and then he lost another one, and then he stopped playing Eve? Was it Ron?
That does not narrow it down much.
I think it was Ron, right? Ron USMC.
Oh yeah.
He's still playing, but yeah.
He's back. He's back streaming.
But PGL basically admitted that they can't take another fight. And I know we can because there are still spare Titans available to sell or purchase or whatever for the Alliance to hand out for SRP. Tess said we had a cache. And at first they said we have 100 Titans in cache, and then it turned to 50. So I don't know what the real number is anymore.
No, they did have a cache.
And then we used it all up, and they still haven't paid back all their ships. They cannot afford a Titan fight.
So, like, PGL is typically pretty good at shit talking, right? Like, we've all heard him. I think he's on up there and one of the people that can shit talk pretty well. But you could hear him struggling in the last little talk. He was there's a little bit of strain and desperation, I would say.
Oh, and that they weren't. He's like, I'm super confident we can accomplish this now, more than I was in December. And you heard how much bellowing and stuff he was doing in December about how, yeah, we're gonna take Delve, and we're gonna own everything from Faith of Ballas up to Fountain, and then we'll just divvy it out amongst people, as the spoils of war. And it's like, wait, like why are you more confident now than when you sounded super confident before? Is this just another face that you're putting on? Because
it's a really weird thing about him.
working.
Like, I've been fighting that dude for a few years now, and one thing you get when you start to lead the people is a sense of when to manage expectations. You don't want to make wild ass ignorant claims that you can't possibly back up, because then you look largely unbelievable, and people start to not want to follow you around because you're visibly full of shit. And that dude is just never he doesn't obviously have the problem now, but if enough things went wrong, it would become screaming zonker obvious to everybody around him. Like right after the M2 fight, they just stopped saying anything realistic, stopped talking really at all, and they suffered huge deficits in morale, like gigantic. You could tell after M2 that they were pretty fucked up for a good couple weeks there. And I just don't understand why he continues to make why, of course we're going to own everything from Faith Obelisk to Fountain. Why wouldn't we own all that space? All these other weird, wild shit claims this guy likes to make that don't make any actual sense at all. I've never got that.
He talks about us drying up, not having SRP, which is kind of funny because, coming back to AMOC is that we supplement our own SRP on top of the Alliance SRP to make sure that all our core members are completely situated.
Wild coming in here and seeing all that. I was like, I got here and they paid me to SC. The Alliance reimbursed my loss. The Corp reimbursed my loss. By the time I was done getting paid by everybody for everything I did, I was like net profit a month, and all I had to do was explode 6 or 7 times. It's fucking great.
Oh yeah.
You try to make everyone whole, because that's a big part of it. Eve is not necessarily inexpensive to play, but part of the enjoyment is the fact not having to worry about having to grind or do whatever you have to do to make ISK in order to get the ships in order to play the game.
As soon as I saw those or the first Reddit post where I was like at work or whatever, but apparently Gobbin said that if you're expecting a Super Titan fight, you're going to be disappointed. That line.
Expecting something big.
Yeah. No, that was it. Immediately, as soon as I read it or heard it, I forgot. It immediately translated to Gobbins is setting his exit up. That's a preliminary, soft sitting down of everybody who's behind him, just so that way after a month of unsuccessfulness, then he can just be like, all right, well we're gonna get on out of here, guys.
Also, the fact that after the M2 fight, I said it. We always made a habit whenever we would come and try and fight Goons to never give you a big timer, because we don't want you to ring the gong, right? Like, the less noise we make while we do something, the better off we are. And M2 turned into this big thing where, of course, everybody and their brother heard the fucking horn and came to fight in the fight, and it didn't go the way they wanted. And so for the next 2 months or whatever, whatever it's been, they haven't done any noise making at all. They haven't done anything in any way, shape, or form to draw attention to themselves.
Or
So what is the new goal?
It's definitely obvious that the commanding strategy has shifted away from the Villi and PGL approach to a older, grumpier NC leadership type approach.
Right. And so here they get to a point now where they're like, don't expect any large fights, because their members want large fights as well. But the guys that are running the show know that if they give you the large fights, they will lose them. So they have to manage internal expectations about, there aren't going to be any large fights. You can expect them if you want, but you'll just be disappointed, because if we give them the large fights, we lose.
So here's the big picture. What is now the end goal? Because they're going to have an end goal, and we're going to have an end goal to which we both sides can say we won. I mean, from my perspective, it's as long as we're fighting and playing and killing and having fun and laughing together on comms, there's no way we're losing, because that's literally why we're playing.
Our end goal is strictly survival. That is, since day one, it has been, we just got to survive.
Well, isn't that always like it's always been, I mean, it's a funny thing about any existential crisis. It's like once you, I mean, in real life already, it's like as soon as it becomes an existential crisis, it's like, well, what would I do to not fucking get annihilated? Like a goddamn lot.
On the other hand, Gobbins also has to, like, Gobbins is not dumb. He's a really smart, an actual smart guy. He understands a lot about the game. And now the break that they were hoping for, they were hoping to squeeze Goons until Goons broke. And that was basically it. They want to lean on you with everything they got, deny you as many good fights, any big fights, deny your members fun, all this stuff like that. Obviously, you have to break in that situation. Only you didn't. And now their only hope is to slowly starve you out this last constellation, and hope the break that they were looking for in the beginning comes. But I don't see any. There isn't anything to show you that break would happen. Goon's numbers aren't massively down. You haven't lost a bunch of people. There's not a bunch of bitching and whining on the forums. The thing that they are looking for isn't anywhere on the horizon, and so he has to keep expectations realistic that they might go home without the ring they want.
Yeah, and not only that is that not only is it that, but also Test lost like half their fucking super fleet. Like, say what you want, they lost half their fucking super fleet and their power projection capabilities. So that's one guy down, right? We've lost 95% of our infrastructure. So for the foreseeable future, we're going to be rebuilding a little bit here and there. I hate to say it, but we got some shit to build back up. That means that.
Bill, here's the thing about
hold on, Nora. That means that Goblins and NC have really accomplished their own little personal agenda, which was to weaken both large entities that were the only check on their power projection.
I've said it from day one. The Test siding with NC and PL in them was the biggest strategic mistake they've ever made, because Test cannot fight NC PLP Horde on their own at all, and now they're super weak. And we, while still have our big fleet, are unable to fight the entire game or 2/3 of the game. It's just,
here's where they missed the point. And Bill, this goes to something you were saying, is that they've destroyed a large chunk of our infrastructure, but then we're also not in the position where we need anything, because they timed it almost perfectly with the scarcity patch and all the other things that are going on. That they actually have done us a favor by not having to maintain structures we can't use. They've destroyed it all, so we literally have no outflow of resources that we have to accommodate, which they have to now, right? Because they've got this logistical chain. They've got to buy cores. They have to maintain POS fuel, fuel blocks, all those things that we no longer have to actually worry about.
Well,
there's a downside to that, though. A very dark downside to having less structures to maintain. And that dark side is I have less enjoyable things to do in this damn game.
You keep stealing all my tests, my friend.
You say stealing, I say setting alarms and being efficient.
Well, Nara, you say that, but then again, Bastion and Init did the same for Legacy, so
if they wanted to crush us financially, which was part of their goal, they actually did it in the worst possible way, because they actually lessened our financial pressure, because we don't have to maintain so many structures, and we can be self-sufficient with a fairly small region.
Here's the other thing. I feel like if you say it, I don't know, you don't want to ever really, when your enemy doesn't do what you what's best. You don't really want to fix their fucking thing, right? But right now, the infrastructure for us is smoking. It's a smoking ruin. There isn't one. Even if we have the one constellation left, the ability to replace losses of large ships right now does not exist. So if you had your enemy in this position, you knew you had them trapped in one constellation, you still have all your infrastructure left. Why aren't you trying to bleed them? Like, you would think they would try and get into capital fights every day of the week, because it should be theoretically hard for us to replace it, but they don't seem to want to risk it to get the biscuit, I guess is what you would say.
Can't afford
And
it.
that goes back to the individuality of how they're set up in terms of an organization versus us, because we work collectively, and they're working on a much level individualistic platform.
I feel like I can say this. I feel like I can say it now since it's been long enough into the war. But like, their worst mistake was fucking like hokey pokeying around fucking Quarios and Fountain. They should have just gone straight for the headshot. Like, they had the numbers advantage. They would have been able to. We weren't like, now we're all fucking set up or ready to go. Like, you know, we're just sitting here circle jerking until with all our shit in one spot. Had they headshot in the very beginning, made an attempt, it probably would have been successful, because we were so spread out at that moment.
The horn wasn't blown yet, so we didn't have some of our returning people.
I mean,
So
if
we
it
had
was
less people initially.
if it was me, you're going to put, and I was in charge of their forces, I would force us to put our capitals on the field as often as I can, to trim as much of it off the edges as I can get. I might only get a super or two. It might cost me 60 or 70 dreads every time, but I have the ability to replace dreads, and you don't right fucking now. And it's just weird that they, you know, like, I'm not super active playing, but I can still watch, and they're just kind of standing there holding their dick to their pocket.
Did you hear
Just
PGL?
lost their ability to rebuild the dreads too. Esoteria is pretty much smoked.
Yeah, did you hear what PGL said? And once again, I love that Billy all the time is like, I've got all these caches of all these ships, and you've got nothing, blah, 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 right? They said, we're low on carriers, which I'm guessing means under 100. Maybe I'm, wild off on numbers. They said they've got dreads. Even after we still got enough dreads after that dread drop that they did months ago. God, that just brings me up to so much stuff. But it sounds like Test and them don't have the caches that they thought they did.
They never did. If you
Fucking
didn't pick up on the fact that they were bullshitting from the very beginning, then I mean, shit that they would say, it just didn't make sense. Like, it really didn't make any fucking, like, you look over the last fucking MER of a year or two or whatever, and their index numbers and shit like that. Like, that, no, the fuck you weren't building that shit.
Oh, and they were trying to
I've been friends with you long enough, Bill, that I know bullshit when I hear it.
They were trying to spout. Oh, Billy was, trying to say were the guys in carriers getting new carriers during the M2 fight? I don't think so. And I'm looking at him like, Zungan got 4 Titans.
Yeah, that's
no, Zungan got 3 Titans and Hippojack's got 4 Titans. So somebody was SRPing somebody during the M2 fight.
You have it wrong, Don. Zungan lost 2 Titans, and then Jay was like, here's the replacement, get back in the fight. And then Zungan said, no, I'm good, I have one already.
Yeah, I reshipped dreads 3 times, and those were just mine. I wasn't getting SRP'd. I had a cache of dreads, because what's the point of being stupid rich if you're not going to build your own dread cache?
Titans up to the alliance just so that they can have it on reserve.
We SRP'd all of our Titans in less than a month, I think. Total, because there were a couple people that wanted specific hulls that we had to get, I think, was the only delay. And they still are low. They still haven't done 15 of them. And I know that they say it's because they're low priority. They're people who aren't going to be around. No big deal. That's bullshit. You might have picked the lowest people, but the fact that you couldn't, we lost more Titans than you did in individually as a corp or alliance, I guess. In the first fight, because we lost 90 something or whatever, not out of the 120 we lost total, and yet we still SRP'd all of our allies and us way faster than you guys did.
They're unemployed people because they're not going to be able to play because they don't have their fucking Titans anymore. That's why they're not going to be around.
As a core, we had more Titans than they lost.
Yeah,
The other thing you have to think is they are never going to. So this is Goodswarm is very centralized in its distribution of assets. Like the top tells the arms where to put shit, whereas they are never going to commit to becoming that centralized because they are separate entities. Like NC Dot is never. There are a bunch of dudes in NC Dot who are just not going to take orders from ProGod. They're going to take orders. They take orders from Vince. I mean, I don't know about PL anymore. Maybe. Probably not though.
they're
Same
a
thing with
retirement home now. So.
yeah, like same thing with like Horde dudes would probably take orders from just about anybody. They're pretty pliable. They like good FCs. FC comes in as entertaining. They'll do what they say, but they're never gonna. Goblins isn't gonna give like control of his alliance to one of the other groups. Whereas for here, like Wydot, like or whoever Bastion will literally do what Batani says because this is a top-down leadership and it's a single organization. Even if there are tiny, smaller parts, they're never going to be that. Never going to be that.
Also, Pappy is dealing with they have a lot of distrust issues amongst each other, whether they want to say it out loud or keep it to themselves. They don't trust each other either.
It's groups that have been backstabbing and fucking each other over for the last like 10 years, and then like is Goons being the greater evil enough to overcome like 10 years of deep down hate for one another?
I've been playing this game for a while. I just still don't understand the whole Goons are evil thing. I just don't. I mean, I've never gotten that, and that whole narrative.
I've done my part to get us that reputation. I've worked very hard.
I will die in Eve. I mean, I'll die in the core and Goons before I do anything else. I mean, this is my end game, my last place I'll be before I give up.
Oh yeah, I'm never leaving AMOC. Like no matter what happens, like
AMOC and just the alliance. I mean, I don't know what they're thinking about pushing everyone out of the game because this is literally the end game for a lot of us.
You've now segued to my other thing that I wanted to bring up on Tuesday, but obviously wasn't available. So I had a conversation. I have friends in various places, and I have a friend that's in NC, and we were talking about kind of like the war goals and stuff like that, and we were talking, and he said, Vince's goal is to actually make people not log in and kick them out of the game, right?
Which is insane.
Which is disgusting. And I said, oh, really? That's Vince's goal? That is NC's goal, is to make as many people not play, not move to another. Billy at least said, like, we'd like them to move to other groups and spread out and lower your guys' collective power. Okay. No, Vince actually wants people to quit playing Eve because he believes that, that since somebody did it to them in the past, that justifies it.
You want to know what makes me
now?
So here's the connected.
Oh no, I've still got more. I've got more. So then this person who's in NC, I said, well, just so you know, because of what your guys did, you have caused one of your best friends to never play Eve again. And listening to his heart sink, and he was the most like, I told you so moment, because he didn't realize that what their group has been doing in the game has caused one of his like favorite people to just sign off of Eve completely and will never come back.
Here's the thing. Eve is, at least for me, is more about the social connectivity than it is about the game itself. So there are days that I literally am on comms talking to everyone that I call friends than even actually logging in the Eve itself. So if that's the end game of getting people not to log in, then it's a very
just play other games together.
View of what the
yeah. I mean, there's days that we're on comms playing like Company Heroes 2 or that pirate game or anything. It's all about the people. Eve is fun, and I can't deny that I will enjoy it probably until it goes away. But really, it's about a lot of you miserable fucks that I've met over the years and have come to love.
I hate all of you. I only play Eve. That is all.
I mean,
there's a pirate game?
Yeah.
I have to.
Sea of Thieves.
I would like to go on the record to say, though, that I have a hard time believing that anybody other than Omeka, that piece of shit, other than him, would actually want people to not play this game.
This was straight from somebody who's been in NC for years and is good friends with Vince.
Vince is too old and grumpy to give a shit. in my
I would
opinion.
like Vince to prove me wrong, because apparently the burden of proof is on the person that you accuse. Every time that I try and say something, they say, well, prove it. And it's always stuff that I can't prove. So Vince can come in and fucking tell us that, no, I don't want people to quit the
Man,
game.
unpopular opinion, but back in my day, I did my part to try and make people stop playing Eve. I actually literally set off the undock of Morse's Mihi Station in Tempest battleships with the intent of that alliance dissolving into tiny little atomic particles and drifting away in the wind. And I felt good about it. I did another one called Honorable Temple of Alcedonia. I killed those dudes in 7 days. They were like a several hundred man alliance, like 1,400, 1,500 dudes. We camped them for a week straight until they were begging and paying to get away from their leadership. I mean, you know, I understand you guys are young. There's a whole new generation that plays Eve, but the older ones of us, we remember how to hate shit. And we're
Yeah,
good at
who's
it.
that guy in 5ZXX that me and Bill, we've spent so much time.
I spent more time fucking sitting in a Chimera off the fucking, what station was it in Pure Blind that we just sat there and camped the entire corporation of MOA in?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
And the thing to remember is Vince has been on the losing end of a, you know, dick-shaped bee stinger like multiple times throughout his career at Eve. He's probably got a little hate grudge left over for the alliance.
So see, someone who knows Vince can attest that sounds like him.
I don't know if he did not say anything that to me of that sort or anything like that, so I don't know for sure. But I wouldn't put it past him. There was a time I did everything in my power physically possible. I killed Elo's Nix on his birthday. I had such a hate boner for that dude. I specifically went out of his way. I let the whole rest of the super fleet go except for his Nix. It had to die. And you know, it was just the way it was. I have no hard feelings now. I know he's here and he ran his fleet. I've even been on one of his fleets. I don't know if he's been running them lately.
He hasn't done anything since December.
Yeah,
He's,
but
busy.
you know, no hard feelings. It's just the way it is. Sometimes I gotta hate fuck you to death.
Yeah, so hate
I
fucking
can't
is
say.
different than hating somebody out of the game or just like forcing somebody completely out.
I can't say that I hate anyone in this game. I don't have that ability in my heart. At the end of the day, it's just a game.
That's why you're gonna die young, bro,
conversations.
Obviously,
You're gonna die young.
What am I gonna do, Grath?
You're gonna die young because you can't hate. The hate gets you into your 70s.
some of the most interesting people I've ever not met have been in this game.
Bromander was setting up for a perfect AMOC as recruiting. Did you not? You didn't pick up on that?
I didn't get it.
That was my goal, yeah, actually.
God damn it.
To clarify that, EMOC is always recruiting, but we're not always accepting.
We're always accepting.
I'll accept you into my heart.
So, would you accept in Jeremy or Sandrin?
Oh my God, Jeremy would be the greatest bet.
A very serious conversation. Jeremy, when he was doing the POS gunning, the Citadel gunning, I thought we had a really cool talk about how fun it was and learning how to use structure fighters. And I thought that he was a decent guy. So if he were to come clean on that $500 million debt, I feel like things could probably work out. I don't know. That's just me on a personal level.
Well, I'll let you know Jeremy has some dick sucking lips.
Whoa.
Well, I am single now, so. Or sorry, legally separated. I don't want to get anyone carried away.
He hates that I bring that up every time.
Nah, Jeremy's cool.
He's an idiot.
Sometimes.
We're all idiots at the end of the day.
I don't know. Though where they pulled Marius out, they took Jeremy and said, "Let's find someone dumber," and then they pulled Marius out of some hat.
I mean, there's not very many people that I actually dislike in this game, besides Naramori. But
wow,
it's okay. The first time Bill and I met, it was really weird because Bill had always been mean to me.
I was watching. You came up to me when I was watching the Alabama game, though. So.
Oh, that's a no-no. Yeah, you should have known.
We were in a bar in Vegas.
Yeah, watching the Bama game. I would.
It was against Tennessee.
Yeah. That's a no-no. You should have waited. You should have known better than that.
Is it supposed to mean something?
I had been in Goonsworm for like 4 months.
For anybody that doesn't know, Alabama is the shit they wedged between Mississippi, Georgia, and Tennessee. It's this pile of trash in the southeast United States, and they are very fucking territorial about their goddamn college football.
We don't have none of them professional sports teams that you boys have.
Right. So all they got is college. So that shit is like serious business to them.
Yeah, Alabama is like, if you could imagine, like a fucking like
A toxic waste swamp.
Yeah, an actual turd. But somehow somebody managed to get like a diamond ring through their entire intestinal tract. That diamond ring that's in that turd is our Alabama football program.
Oh
God.
man,
That was beautiful.
Alabama makes me feel better about being from Georgia. We'll put it that way.
At least we're not Mississippi, right?
Yeah, exactly. At least we can all look down on Mississippi, though.
What do we say about Kentucky here in Indiana? It's like, at least we're not Kentucky.
Wow, that's a really good burn.
What?
Do you live near Gary?
No, I'm in the center in Indianapolis.
So you can still smell Gary from where you're at.
No, but it's, if you try.
Who is Gary?
Gary,
Gary,
Indiana
Indiana.
is like a fucked up.
Yeah,
Like,
if you don't know, Gary,
Yeah.
Indiana is legitimately one of the most dangerous cities in the United States of America.
It used to be the heart of like steel production and stuff like that. Had a lot of
Where'd
steel
Michael
mills.
Jackson's from?
Smells like actual shit.
And it just happens to have a bitchin' song about it.
If you had the option between being dropped off in Mogadishu or Gary, Indiana, you would pick Mogadishu every fucking day of the week.
So
I don't
Gary
know
still
if you saw I forgot what it was. The
When you came
international
to New Jersey, they have you.
the NATO people came and investigated Alabama and determined that there were certain areas in Alabama that were worse than some of the developed third world nations of the world.
Because you're the beating heart of the Ku Klux Klan in Alabama.
I'm not.
Wow, Billy.
Oh
You
my
have to
God.
say that.
We had this bug guy come by, and we're like, if they're the beating heart, we're like, I don't know, the lungs, another essential organ. And this dude told us that he went into someone's house, and they had like a 6 foot tall picture of Robert E. Lee, like in their foyer, like the first room you walk into, and this guy was just like, oh fuck it, all he could come up with is so you guys really into history?
You guys really into losing?
Yeah, Alabama kind of sucks, but we have good beaches and football. Georgia's alright.
You guys
I'm
have
in one of the
huge
best
wild
spots in-
hogs. That is the weirdest thing about Alabama is the gigantic mutant wild hogs.
Yeah, dude.
from all the radioactive waste that they dump out there.
Probably. They had an Agent Orange lawsuit down there because
You think I'm fucking around? They got pigs in the woods out there big enough you can put a saddle on and ride that motherfucker around.
Well, you know
I've seen like a lot of Georgia wild hogs and stuff. Like I've saw like pictures of the legit mutant ones you were talking about. They are fucking frightening. Like, and if you've ever been around a wild hog when it doesn't want you there, like that is pants shittingly terrifying.
Yeah. I've been treed. I've had friends that have been treed for. I mean, they used to fuck up my pasture all the time. I don't know if y'all knew this, but I actually like grew up on an actual farm and did not have high speed internet until I was in college, maybe.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Nara. I appreciate your emotional support. But yeah, no, those motherfuckers like, and the thing is like they used to be regular pigs. So this is something that people don't know is that.
Wait a minute. If we can just roll this back a second, Bill, is this why you were talking about fucking chickens earlier? Is this firsthand knowledge?
I never grew chickens, but send it.
Bill can
I'm
catch
sorry.
the chickens.
I just need to pause again. Did you say grow chickens? What the fuck? What kind of farm did you live on, buddy?
Never grew a chicken.
You never grow hogs or anything like that?
It's
Grow.
raised.
Raising, growing.
No, it's not raised. You grow a chicken, you grow pigs, you grow some cows, you raise horses. Those are something that you don't eat. The rest of that shit, you grow it, you pick it, you eat it.
Fair
I've never been so proud to be Canadian right now.
Hey.
Hey. So what's Canada? Never mind. I'm interested.
Hey, look, I've been sitting in this chair for as long as my back will let me sit in this chair. So I'm going to check
We
out.
missed an educational moment. Come on, Bill. I mean, talk about how domestic.
Everybody say bye to Graf.
Goodbye,
Yes,
Graf. I
later,
love
sir.
you.
Bye.
Thanks for having me. It's good to talk to you guys.
Thanks for coming, Grath. You're always welcome, sir.
See you later.
On that note, I need to go get more bourbon. Wow, I fucked
Mervin?
that up. Bourbon.
Boar
I'll be back in a
Mervin?
minute. Hey, in my defense, I'm drinking about 20 ounces at a time, okay?
I'm gonna go fix me some whiskey as well.
I'm drinking moonshine by you dudes.
I feel like he doesn't have any booze right now.
No, I don't. We, me and a couple buddies went to dinner last night, and the night got out of hand, and we ended up at a titty bar on a Wednesday night. So that tells you about how that
That means
night went.
you got the not pretty ones.
Did they use coins?
Yeah, it was...
Make that shit hail. Fuck making it rain.
Just throw some pennies out there.
Pig skins. We use pig skins.
What?
So we were
Fried pig skins, like you just peg a stripper in the face with a football.
Like a fried pig skin. No, the little one, the things that you get in the bag, the little crumpled
Pork
up.
rinds.
Pork rinds.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
No, we call them pig
Alabama.
skins.
So
You're
we
gonna
were
throw pork
treated
rinds in a
to
filter?
a rather fiery fireside this week, and
Nice get back on track.
yeah, well, Mittens,
Details.
he was genuinely angry. He is not happy that they don't want to fight, and can you blame him?
Let me go get whiskey first.
I just can't believe, like, I can believe because these guys have been the most risk averse while trying to like blame us, like, oh, why aren't you defending this thing? Well, because it doesn't matter as much, we got to protect this instead, but you should come defend this instead. Okay, well, let us come defend it. And they're like, oh, but you've got to do all this extra work to do it. And they were like, why didn't you just jump in and gate into these systems? I'm like, are you done?
So explain to me this hypocrisy. They keep on saying how we're so scared to not jump into a Sinojam system to fight, but yet they won't jump into 1DQ.
And the fact that they can't afford to lose. They can't afford another M2 because everything will break and they'll have to go home. They can't. So they're gonna go with the slow and steady wins the race method.
It's such a blatant hypocrisy to say that we're risk averse to not jump into a Sinojam system to defend the Keepstar, yet they refuse to jump into Sinojam system.
Listen, I feel like even if they decide to do subcaps all the way, let's say they get us all down to 1DQ and it's subcaps all the way, fuck it, we'll just start GTFOing with Titans and Bosonic and Lancing just to use them.
I can only hope and wish that happens.
Yeah, I'd log in for that.
Because have you ever used a GTFO in tie-dye?
Yes.
I remember we were in Hakonen and the GTFO had just come out pretty recently and PL was GTFOing. And if for those of you who don't know, the GTFO was some like gravitational transport fuck off thing. I don't know.
So it's a bubble like the fucking T3 command destroyers. It does that, but an AOE.
It's an AOE boost, but it takes them like an AU away, so you have to warp back on grid, and you're tackled for like 30 seconds on the grid. And in tie-dye, it's an AOE burst, so it adds huge load to the system, and B, it takes a while to get back to grid to be fighting effective, and there is no limit to how much it will boost. If they have a whole fleet sitting in one spot, boom, you could send the whole fleet over there. Unfortunately, it only has 100-kilometer range, which is bullshit, but
we don't use them more often, to be honest with you.
Oh, I remember when they first came out, and I think it was Asher or somebody boost. No, it was Asher boost somebody's excavators off. Was it Tibbers?
No, it was Gennel. No, it was Gennel. Gennel
Oh.
did this. He came to mess around with me in CXB because I had a barge mining, and he missed somehow. I wasn't even moving, and he missed. But he boosted somebody else's procure, and he didn't know that he didn't, like, none of us know how this works. Well, the guy's procure is next to his ship, and so his procure and all 5 of his excavators end up in deep space. And so we're like, okay, don't move. We'll come get the excavators. Hold on. But yeah, Gettle did that. As I said, it has no limit. You could literally, so like when they've got all the death ball of drones around a jump bridge. If someone was ballsy enough, you could put a Titan out there and GTFO that bridge, and It's not going to get all of them, but most of those drones would just end up in space.
Why would you do that? Fucking what's the test Black Ops gang called? Predators, like Predators or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, those idiots. All they use is like fucking Stradios. So all they did was like sit out all pretty like in a battleship, and it was filled to the gills of smart bombs. And as soon as they all jumped on me, put all their drones on me, I just smart bombed and fucking ended their entire little Blops deployment for the time being. Also, I got fucked up by a bomb yesterday.
Yeah, they had some good bombing runs yesterday, and apparently they had some good void bombing runs today. I don't know how, but they did.
Oh, I was talking about. I took my merms in a T5Z yesterday, and some little shitler in a bomber knocked out my drones.
Have you noticed that we were actually commenting on it last night? Headhunter Jax is gone.
Who? What happened?
The 1D cuties, the guys who run around in 1DQ killing people on the gates. Headhunter Jax and a couple of the others, they're gone. They haven't been in 1DQ in weeks.
What do you mean gone though? Where are they?
I don't know.
Probably.
Let's look at.
I mean, it fucking sucks around here right now. It's just stupid.
Yeah,
We're just gonna find somebody else somewhere else.
Back.
Headhunter Jax. Let's see what he's doing.
So I stepped away when you said Matani was mad the last fireside. Yeah, fireside.
Oh.
Yeah, did you listen to it?
Yeah, actually, I since I talk a lot of fucking shit. Like one of the things I try to do is not listen to the personally. I try not to listen to like the meta show or the fireside too much, because that way it's a mute point whenever someone says that I'm a talking parrot or like parroting whatever is said by leadership. But I did watch it last weekend, and it was. I mean, he's rightfully upset. Like, I mean, if anybody heard Gobbin's speech and thought that was not him setting up for a soft exit, then I don't know what to tell you. That is exactly what that was. Gobbin, but Gobbin's, like Grass said, is a very smart individual. So that was like the first part of his, like, what will probably be like a month-long process of fulfilling this narrative that they're eventually stepping away.
Laying groundwork.
Yeah, he's laying the groundwork. He's smart. He knows how to talk to his people. And I mean, like I said earlier, they don't have any real reason to be here anymore if they're not going to successfully kill off the goons, which that it won't happen. They don't have a reason to be, because they've already kneecapped goons. They've already kneecapped or lost fucking limbs.
Don't you love the crowing about, oh, we're gonna camp Ermelin and it's gonna be a bloodbath. We're gonna fucking camp you guys in Ermelin, and I'm looking around like,
Why?
do you not know how long sex
How?
works?
I think they're planning to bubble in us to shit, right?
Yeah, that's what Jeremy was straight up like. We're gonna use Hicks. We're gonna use Hicks, and you're never gonna leave. And I'm like, do you know what
You don't know how it
Involin is
looks
from Undock? Like, maybe you're gonna snag a couple people with off time zone or lags really bad, or maybe a black screen during their whole invuln window, and maybe you'll grab a couple people. But I don't feel like Ermlin's ever gonna be this turkey shoot, because if
No,
all
of
else
course
fails, we'll just wait until you get bored, because inevitably it happens.
Well, no, it'll just happen. We'll just form up and then undock at the same time, and the Theta will be so goddamn bad they can't tackle anything. We'll just fucking hop out.
They're like, well, where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna stage? I'm like,
I'm gonna tell you. How's that sound?
oh, who cares? We'll go somewhere.
But
There's space.
There's like such a very little chance of us ever actually ending up. Now, I do have a lot of assets that are in a Marlin, and I'm actually
You need a freighter?
like looking at the glass half full. It's really nice to have everything organized in one spot versus spread the fuck out over everywhere.
I'm thinking the
I
same
know.
thing, Bill. Just yesterday, I thought that. I was like, fucking A. Most of the shit I was worried about, it's already there.
The question is, did you get everything out of asset safety you wanted out before the market cost increase?
No. My dread from
recommend doing that. I
PX
think you're
7's
correct.
still in there.
Because
From
what is the
PX.
time frame it takes to for that to like normalize between the asset safety value and the market value? Because it won't be like instantaneous. There's a time frame in there. Does anybody know how long it takes?
No.
Damn it.
All I know is that having all your stuff in one place is the best, and I'd like to credit us getting kicked out of the North for that.
Oh,
It really streamlined my assets.
It's a cleanup.
Okay.
What's fun is when you find ships you've forgotten about. Like I had a Hulk that I forgot about that someone gave me like 3.5 years ago, and I'm sure people have found extra jump freighters. I know one of our friends has a jump freighter collection that Bromander's salivating over that he wants
Hey,
to
you
get
can
it.
have enough.
7 asset safety containers that all of them have one fucking not ibis, but like a starter ship each.
Yeah, I had that. In a
Really
bunch of them.
irritating. It's like, God damn it.
I found all kinds of shit. Like I have a fucking stack of titanium sitting in there.
Yeah, I
Got,
found
like,
that.
Some
Black
motherfucker.
Ops.
I gotta say, I'm a little pissed off because some motherfucker in the Corps gave me like 80 million units of liquid ozone that's going to cost 10 billion to extract if I wanted to.
They gave you how much ozone?
Who was that? Was that me or was that somebody else?
Probably.
That sucks. So what you're saying is it's going to be on your asset list forever.
I had ozone at multiple stations. But yeah, I really feel like that they don't understand how LoSec works, or that I'll cough in my Titan if I had to, and they can't stop us from plopping a Keepstar down in NPC Delve. They're not going to be willing to throw battleship after battleship and dreadnought after dreadnought onto a Keepstar, so they're either going to have to fight us or they're going to let it anchor.
They're cheaper now.
I don't
Basically, the Keepstar is cheaper than a bunch of battleships.
Yeah.
I've been frothing at the mouth about.
fucking asset safety though.
I've been frothing at the mouth about farming. I've had the fantasy of farming Delve for a very long time.
I believe Syndic does too.
Having defended it for so long that it's kind of a win-win scenario for me personally.
And then anybody that tries to camp the gates, you'll just get Blood Gang to come and protect you, or like the stations.
Yeah, they can't.
NPC Delve.
Yeah, it's not possible to camp me in the station there.
Just wait till you see some of the NPCs come in and be like, and then undock and see if they'll fight you.
I forgot when I made Omeka rage quit the game. I had I think it was 4 Rorquals undocked on the station with the drone assist in like 2 large bubbles, waiting for him to undock with the blood rats there.
Awesome. Diamond rats.
And he was trying to say that was an exploit.
Yeah, he tried to get people to spam report me for that shit all the time.
But that's how the game mechanic works, if you have good standings, they'll protect you.
They would get
friends.
They would get stuck on the station, and I legitimately filed like numerous bug reports trying to get them. Like I was actually trying to help CCP real time debug the diamond rats and shit like that. So I was actually helping, motherfucker. Guess you didn't know that. Hi, Ryak. I'm sorry, I fucked up your introduction, man.
Ryak, I cut my toenails tonight before this, just in case you might be here.
Oh Jesus! Send me pictures.
I painted my toenails.
I expect pictures when shit like this happens. So,
is this
come on.
Wally?
Deserve pictures.
Is Ryak Wally?
What?
So Wally's fakes about the foot thing. Ryak's 100% legit about the foot thing.
I'm kind of like the Imperium's preeminent foot fetishist, I guess.
I don't know if apparently we've gained some furries lately, which is disturbing.
Whoa, what? Wait.
Where?
In Theta?
What?
Yeah.
I said that they're like, oh, we don't kink shame here. Like, except furries, we do kink shame furries.
Sigma Squad's finally come back to take their final vengeance on Theta Squad.
I think Whale Sex admitted to being a partial furry because he said something about the. He asked whether like a butt plug tail was okay.
Well, that's not being a furry.
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
know, man.
lie.
That's pretty fucking close.
If a chick, it doesn't matter if a chick has a fucking like fox suit on or off. I'm still probably gonna fuck them.
Yeah, if we could just stop talking about butt plugs, though. You're triggering memories about the end of my marriage.
Fucking
Vegas is going to end up being.
Wait, this is interesting. I want to hear this, bro, man.
We've already heard this. Are we doing this? Are we talking about my marriage ending now?
No, the butt plug part.
No.
Because that's how it started to end, was a compilation of butt plugs.
So that's what I thought about the whole Matani speech. Is that he had a right to be angry, you know?
He did for sure. And, you know, looking at it like we're his children, and all of a sudden, you know, the bully that he's trained us to fight, all of a sudden doesn't want to have the fight. So
the right kind of
come
fight.
on.
I think he was really upset about the final validation of the casino war.
I can't believe I successfully pulled off that segue. Like, y'all actually
I'm
fucking
really,
gave it to
they're
me.
used,
That
they're
was
used to
pretty
me
good,
doing
sir.
it, so I just get us back on track all the time from whatever random tangent we've gone on to.
Oh, we can still spin back around to butt plugs, Don. Don't worry.
Oh, I know. You and I are
I'm prepared.
on content.
No, but that was you know, fucking Goblins was setting up for that's a soft exit play. That's like a pretty much like the CEO giving a speech to everybody like, well, we're going to have to make some adjustments and reorganizations and you know, structural changes with the company internals version while they're like fucking losing money out the ass. That was the Eve version of it.
Did you
Exactly.
like the
That
dunk one?
validated the casino war in Tony's mind. Missed that part.
Yeah, the fact that they cannot afford to lose as much as they are going to have to lose to do this.
There was something more concrete that he said that basically said, "Yeah, we did that."
I don't think it's logistically possible to maintain what they need in order to.
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Yeah.
I will
say install Eve on my fucking laptop so I can fucking still play while I'm away this week.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now, the other one that was interesting was the Dunk Deacle one. He got spicy. I feel like we're getting to him finally. Because he was like, I want to talk to all you shit posters out there. It doesn't matter what you type. I'm gonna take it all from you. And you're gonna not have anything left.
AMOC takes that personally, first of all. And secondly, he can't take our fucking keyboards. You can't take our fucking keyboards. We still got them.
Yeah. Also, it's not shitposting if it comes from your heart. As long as you believe in the words that you're typing out, you're a goddamn poet, and I want you to know that.
Know it. You meant know it.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Another, also, he wasn't being spicy. If he was being spicy, then he was like, you know, the mild sauce from Taco Bell.
Oh man.
Have been just a mild sauce from Taco Bell, but he was like that not quite hot but not quite mild, because he was like getting a little vindictive, and rightly so, because his alliance is a piece of trash and can't do anything on their own.
I mean, Brave was cool, like
no, they threw that out. They threw that out.
So no, what you're seeing from Dunk is Dink. Yeah, Dunk.
Dink.
What you're seeing from him is a projection. Is classic projection. Like, he made a bad decision to stay aligned with Test when they went through this whole fucking escapade of failure. is what it is will end up being. Right now, they believe it's successful because I mean half of our shit's nuked, but it's gonna end. Legacy loses first out of anybody. Whoever it'll be between Goons and Pan Fam of who loses next, but Legacy's already almost lost.
Yeah. You actually you sparked something else that I was remembering, but now it's gone.
But he's projecting. He's upset at the fact that he's gotten his alliance. First of all, he doesn't even want to have to be the leadership role of brave newbies. He got pushed into that position. Secondly, he feels responsible that he's gotten his alliance into this predicament, and because he listened to Villy and PGL, right?
At some point, when this is all said and done, and we're on the other side of this mountain, and they're no longer a donut, we're going to have fun going after the individual alliances. Even
Now I remember.
we're just gonna get our pound of flesh out of it.
I remember my other thought that I had. So, speaking of our plans of trying to run around and punish everybody, no matter what happens, we want to try to exact revenge. Apparently, Pappy and them have promised to stay together at minimum for a year after whenever quote unquote the war is over.
No way.
To protect each other from us and follow us wherever we go to try and keep us from ever rising up again.
No way they make it a calendar year after we're done.
That's even make this project happen.
And then what was the other one?
That's just impossible because, okay, so there's going to be a power vacuum somewhere. There's going to be like a void that needs to be filled at some point, and they have to make a decision.
Well, the other thing was that they're going to go exact revenge on any group, and this is for all non-Pappy people. They are planning to exact revenge on anybody that hindered or annoyed their campaign while they were trying to kill us. So Dreadbomb already knows that they're on the chopping block. I've already told them that NC has got their number. Anybody that helped out Goonswarm, I mean, you see, they're chasing Sib Squad around like crazy, and they're chasing Initiative around like crazy, trying to like hold them down and feel like good about themselves or whatever. But this is what Eve is going to become, is a test pan fam cartel trying to hold everybody down to their will. So if you were worried about the Goonswarm menace taking over Eve when we owned 4 regions, that's it. They just happen to be, kind of big on the map because of how it's stretched out. You're getting the real PBIC blue donut with Test and Pap and Pan Fam, because they are going to run around and exert their will on any bit of space they want.
I just can't wait for the spin about it being, oh hey, we're a different kind of blue donut. It's different.
Y'all are making these comments as if you believe Test will make it through the end of this war. There's a higher probability. There is a higher probability of Test imploding by the end of this war than us losing 1 DQ. Like they already got. Never mind.
They already got what?
Nothing.
Okay. So yeah, it's just. I just wish the rest of the game would wake up and see what's happening, because if let's say magically Goons did die, we're gone. What happens in the game? Is it just going to be Test and Pan Fam fighting? Because Test can't fight Pan Fam. So now it's just Pan Fam.
Goons will live longer than the game itself.
Well, we know that's true, but...
So Eve Eve is just like real life. There are natural laws that must be abided by in order for the game, or as long as the game exists, these natural laws exist. One of them is that Goonswarm will always be a thing, right? Just as much as whatever iteration of Northern Coalition is still a thing.
And when they fail, they try again. There's always some iteration of Triumvirate or whatever around.
Didn't they just die recently?
Probably.
Yeah, probably, but there'll be another one.
Yeah, it's just like there's always a Bob, there's always a Goon, and there's always I don't know what other groups are really there.
PL is pretty much always going to be around in some iteration at this point.
All right, I think PL may die off here soon, unless they have somebody come back from the grave,
Well,
like Shadow or somebody. I don't know.
I don't think they're a retirement home. They try to act relevant, but I keep telling when are you going to do something on your own? You haven't done anything on your own in years.
They're not even a retirement home anymore. Like we're more of a fucking AMOC's more of a retirement home than PL.
Are they a hospice?
Yeah. They're the caregivers that come in whenever. Yeah, it's like, would you like a morphine drip today? Judging by the way that you're still in this alliance, I would assume so. Yeah.
Yeah, Goon Swarm is eternal, much like Betty White. As you can see from the graphics that I have, the young Don Rhea, number 9 of Hearts, is in fact the young Betty White, who, if we didn't have that nine of Hearts, we wouldn't have the masturbatory pleasure that is old Betty White eating that fucking 12-inch.
Making me hungry.
Is that fucking Betty White for real?
Yeah, for real. That's her.
Not the 9.
Yeah, number 9 is Betty White, Don.
Yeah, that's Betty White.
Don,
she was young once,
you know. Unacceptable that you don't fucking know that, and it's supposed to be your
from the 70s. Betty would have already been. Betty was young in the 40s,
the teens.
Are you trying to say that older women can't be attractive, Don?
Better hope they can be, right?
You're pushing 40, Don, aren't you?
Are you trying to? What are you trying to say, Greg?
You're closer to 40 than I am 20.
Wow. Mr. 50-something.
God damn.
Jesus Christ, Greg.
I'm so sorry.
I'm getting. You don't get to have a picture next week.
I don't know what I'm doing with this thing. I just click buttons and shit happens.
Just pipe bombed her.
Like, watch. Look, I'm going to click this button. What does this button do?
I do like that one. I can't wait for one of these to turn the stream off, but I like the brother thing. Oh, the one you just took down. Fucking
brother. That's my favorite.
Oh, there we go. It's back. It's back. I brought it back.
What are y'all looking at?
On the actual stream, the brother thing.
Oh, I loaded up. I was considering multi-boxing, and then Twitch uses a shit ton of fucking memory. I don't know if y'all notice that.
No.
Yeah, it does.
Well,
just need more memory.
Well, I tried to download some, but some fucking purple little monkey that hopped up in the corner said that I downloaded the max for the month. It's Bonsai or something.
Wow.
I appreciate that Bonsai Buddy reference.
Technology. What a concept.
Well, since we're kind of coming to near the end of the show, I do want to just ask what do you see happening in the next month to 2 months?
Not a damn thing.
Nothing.
Literally, fuck all.
A bunch of fucking Retributions dying. Ferox is dying.
Oh, did you like that Vengeance Retribution fleet PGL tried to do? He tried to do Logi Vengeances because they could have an ADC. So he thinks that's effective.
No, I don't actually pay attention to their fleets or anything.
Oh, I got a question. Syndic, you're some sort of fucking Street Fighter superstar, and apparently there's this fucking movie that come out, and it's called Street Fighter.
The old one,
no.
dude.
Okay, wait a
Eight-
second. Maybe it's called Mortal Kombat. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
there's a Mortal Kombat that just came out, but the
Good.
old Street Fighter, like the 90s Street Fighter, is so fucking bad. It's actually all the
No,
Street
hey,
Fighter movies are
It
so bad that
contained one of the best theatrical speeches of all time. The actor that played Colonel M. Bison, his speech
yeah.
up there, top 10 speeches of all time. Fuck you, Syndic.
Yeah, but I was going. If you would let me finish, I was going to say it came full circle around to be back and be good again.
I watched the new MK movie with Redline, Elkin, and a Billy showed up eventually. I think near the end of the show, we were
I thought
watching it.
Scorpion and Sub-Zero were fucking badass.
Yeah,
They were.
I loved
that's
Hat
pretty
Man.
Yeah,
Hat
I'm
Man, so
going
cool.
to.
Oh my god, I made it out.
I'm going to. I think I'm going to go see it in the theater because they're actually playing it in the theaters
I
here.
don't know if I'd
Yeah.
pay for it.
I think I might pay.
I mean, you already pay for it by having like HBO. Let's be honest.
Oh no!
I
The
didn't.
Redline streamed it for us, so I didn't.
Oh,
So he
nice.
he didn't pay for it when he got it, so
Nice.
none
Yeah, I
of us
mean,
paid for it.
if none of y'all have seen it, it's the closest to real fights you'll get.
And it's gory. It's definitely rated R, which is nice.
It's
It is,
so
yeah,
good.
they did what everybody else hasn't done with like fighting game based movies, and just go so over the top, and it was actually good.
Well, they got real fight. Like those motherfuckers are actual like martial arts motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Liu Kang was a ripped.
The dude who
Man,
played
they were all ripped.
Hubcap was my favorite part.
The hubcap? Oh, the spinning.
That
Or-
fuck was fantastic.
They were cut that fucking Banshee in half,
Oh yeah.
which was nice because that was his actual finisher from the game. I mean, I haven't played a Mortal Kombat game since the Sega Genesis, but
Me
top
neither.
10
Mortal
games of all
Kombat 2.
time. Love it so much.
Oh, Syndic, Rich Richmond's trying to talk to you. It's hilarious.
Oh, what?
In
Where is
typing.
Rich Richmond?
Under the Theta Thursday typing area.
Oh, is he in? I see. I'm just kidding. I'm not fucking reading them.
Also, I really want bad poster roles. God damn it! I just like being recognized for bad posting.
Yeah, because it's a badge of honor. Remember my first post, guys? I do. I remember it like it was yesterday. It's when I found a picture of fucking lemmings jumping off the cliff, and I posted it in GFGBS and said, "Hey guys, this is hilarious because it reminds me of Eve and everybody jumping through the gate."
That's fucking awesome.
And then,
Is that fucking in Croc Mine somewhere?
it's somewhere, because then I started getting negative votes, and I was like, "What did I do? What is so wrong?" And then I started seeing Pubby piece of shit start posting everything, and then
my story is a different post and goes the exact same way.
and I was like, I know how to save this. Post like a naked red-haired girl or whatever. So I followed it up. I said, "Hey, she has a smile on her face. So should you." And then they were like, "You didn't mark this not safe for work." And then I learned what NSFW means for the first
You
time.
signed all your posts at the bottom.
I did sign my post. I believe.
Yeah, you definitely did.
See, I don't sign my posts, but I used to do lots of haikus, which is really just me signing my post. Also, fuck you, Dead Tier.
Yeah, he can suck a
Dead
dick,
Tier
can
even
he?
play the game anymore?
I don't care.
Fuck Dead Tier.
Yeah, to fuck that tier for sure.
Dude, no,
Goddamn forum signature, goddamn tower oppression.
the last time I got a post warning was like fucking 8 years ago, and I got hit with a warning because I forgot why I was trolling. I was like posting in directors.
That's what I do all the time, dude. That's,
Yeah, and,
that was my last one. My last read only was a director's ask a director's thread.
I only get a warning, right? Like just a warning. And because I have so many goddamn ROs from Dead Tier, that one warning gave me like a month worth of fucking read only.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah, I got
look like a furry.
Yeah,
dude, I
got
racked
a
up a bunch.
month. I got a month long read only. when I tried to simp for .com when he got banned for a month, dead tier read-only D
Yeah,
for a fucking month.
I've eaten a good number of those as well.
I got to read only for writing like a short fanfic about.
You
Well,
wrote
I think Nina Blaze was in it actually, and it was dead tier. Fucking Blarf. It was essentially like a soft porn fanfic of them all like fucking each other
really? Where?
because they were giving me shit for like being a bad poster.
I remember this. I remember that. It was really, really good.
And then I got adopted into Homeland Defense, and then I became a good poster.
Fun fact about Homeland Defense, that bee that you see on screen there, that upside down sloth bee, that is the bee of Homeland Defense. I made it, and only a select few of Goonwaff's elite have it because Homeland Defense is fucking dead now, so you can't
Wait,
get the bee anymore.
What is Homeland Defense, Bromander?
Well,
it was a social group about just sort of building camaraderie and sloth law inside the Imperium at the time, CFC.
you can actually get that sloth bee permanently on your ass if you show up to our barbecues, and you get a hot iron.
Yeah.
Does that come with the admission ticket, or is that a special upcharge?
It's at least one stove.
What else do you get in your ass at the barbecues?
Oh God.
I haven't been to those types of barbecues you're talking
Betty
about.
White's hot dog.
Nah, you're probably gonna take a hot burning shit the next day. That's for sure.
Oh! I just thought of it because Bill and I were talking about earlier. Vegas is coming up in 5 months. 6 months, 5 months, somewhere in there.
That's true, Don.
And I've got my tickets. I got my tickets. Unfortunately, they're more expensive than I wanted, but fuck it.
I've got my room booked. I got to book my flights, but if you're going to Vegas, you will see me. I'm there Thursday to Monday.
I'm Thursday to Sunday.
Hey, Bromander, guess what?
Monday, so
What?
I'll see you Thursday to Monday.
Well, I mean, Bill, if you go to Meet Me before that, I'll see you before that, baby cakes.
Oh, you're coming out? Fuck yeah.
Tonight, are we gonna try to
When
go
is the new one?
Date of Thursday?
End of July, I think, right?
What?
The correct answer to that, Syndic, is yes.
So Thursday is usually the goon dinner, but there's nothing organized yet because, like, who wants to get stuck paying for a ticket and then having your event canceled, but the event keeping half your money like cocksuckers? Like, come on.
That's why I went.
figure something
I
out.
went last year to Vegas because I wasn't getting my money back. So I said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go out there then."
Nah, I'm not. I'm a
Oh,
fucking
let's go.
like.
Have a good time.
Everything
I'm
else
gonna go there. I'm gonna say hey, but I'm gonna be so fucking.
Thursday night after the good
and
event, we're all good and drunk. We'll come hang out together.
I'm gonna go hang out at the fucking pool, and then I'm gonna go fucking gamble, and then I'm gonna like
Hang out at the dispensary.
Mushrooms, and some LSD. And
go say hey to some Eve people, and then go back to the pool.
That reminds me, I got to make the shirts up.
Is somebody going to be streaming this?
If someone could set it, I don't know how to stream it.
Well, you can figure it out, Don. You could do Theta
No.
Thursday live from Las Vegas.
No, someone would have to be
Easy to
manning
do.
OBS, but
bring my laptops and my
we could bring a laptop with a camera or something.
That sounds like an amazing idea.
You can actually
man.
Twitch. You can Twitch stream from your phone. You know that, right?
Yeah.
record it and put it on later.
Yeah.
Bromander, as Ops XO, you need to help me get this shirt backbone thing to put together.
Yeah.
Can I have a H, because everybody in AMOC's pretty much HDF, right? Or most
Pretty
of them.
much.
What'd you say?
Homeland Defense.
We could get the AMOC and the
Well, I
sloth.
got the graphics done already.
The sloth. Do you have the sloth bee?
I can put that on there.
Awesome.
Would you like that sloth bee? I found out another group is using the Theta bee without Theta permission. I was like,
Whoa, what's this?
Well, so I joined the group to make it official, so that way they can still use it.
What group is it?
It's just a thing, but
It's just a thing.
Actually, the sloth bee would look really good on big white tee. Like it's a big white tee, you know, just fucking sloth being around, you know.
I can send you the PNGs and the GIMP files later, Nura.
I can't wait to see who's going to end up with the tattoo on their ass. 'Cause it's going to
My-
happen.
My body is a temple. My body is a temple.
My
So-
body is
Yeah,
a
actually,
fat
Beach
sack of meat.
makes a good point. Don't give goons white T-shirts.
Yeah, I mean, I got some pretty big titties, so
That's funny. So yeah, Pappy
Sorry,
fucking
Red
sucks.
Line
What are they
spoke.
doing right now? They're just fucking
Uh,
flying around in interceptors or some shit,
Well,
right?
they want to fight earlier, and so they're busy having their fellatio session, and they're using
They won
interceptors.
50 bill to 30 bill. Like these,
We
they
literally
don't
did
realize.
this the day before the other
Okay,
way, so like
I remember.
it's
I was
even.
going to go into a rant about this. Pappy's sole fucking existence, like the definition of Pappy, what defines them is the fact that they are brought together in order to kill goons. They are going to wipe the Eve space of the evil Goonie, right? So we are down to our last consolation. That means that the only fucking thing that matters is that they weaken the 1DQ constellation. Step 1. Step 2 is that they somehow weaken 1DQ itself. And then step 3 is question marks. And then step 4, goons are dead, right? And so none of this fucking, whatever they do does not fucking matter in the least unless they actually accomplish stuff that provides a forward progress of the death of Goon. So their whole fucking definition, the existence of Pappy themselves, is utterly fucking useless at this point, unless they accomplish something.
I think they're going to be more than mildly shocked at how fast we put our infrastructure back up at the other side of the war.
Yeah, I mean,
half the shit's already just waiting to be deployed.
What do you want me to say to your face, Redline? I don't know what it is.
Hi, let's say hi to his face.
Oh, hi. That your alliance is a cowardly piece of shit. Yeah.
They're
I mean, like, I
amazing.
don't feel like I've hidden this from anybody ever.
They're amazing.
Hi, Redline.
Hello.
You pulled Redline in?
What's up?
What the
I
fuck?
can't just have Redline in here all the time.
I haven't been on here in like 6 years. What do you mean?
None
He
of it's
just come
true.
in
We
to
had
say
you on- We had a
hello.
whole episode of yelling at you.
Put that one game on here. It's a
Ah.
fucking manufactured thing.
So, Redline, I was just saying that Pappy's sole existence, like what defines them, is the fact that they are joined together in the holy war against the evil that is goons. And as long as that they don't accomplish anything that is a step towards that progress of eliminating the goon evil,
Bill, you don't have to be nice to him here because
We are
I'm
evil.
within reason.
Phil's a nice guy, though. Can't help
Well,
it.
it is.
That is so boring.
What?
but nothing matters at this
Redline,
point.
if you can let your retribution fleet know, they got to try a little bit harder to kill my Noctis on the T5 gate, even when I'm trapped in bubbles.
I mean, I don't know what you just said. Like, realistically,
Redline doesn't play this game.
I say you're making the assumption he plays the game. Yeah.
You don't
I
play
mean,
anymore?
I do occasionally. I've just had a lot of stuff to do that isn't Eve related, like a lot. But it's gonna be over soon. It's all over soon, so I can come
Redline,
back and I can put the final nail in the coffin. That is
But
your
no,
You
life.
said
you know
you're
where-
That
joining
is
Bastion,
Pappy.
though, right?
That
He's coming.
was
He's
What?
joining Bastion. He's going to join us over there.
that seemed really well rehearsed.
What movie are we watching Saturday?
Redline, you're beginning your
know.
own empire IRL right now, right? If I understand correctly, you're
Oh, I am making paper. That is for sure.
the
Oh,
dynasty
what's
is
up?
being
What
established.
are you doing?
All right. I gotta go take my dog for a walk. I'll talk to you nerds later.
All right, Cindic,
Yes.
thank you very much for coming
Tell your
tonight,
sister I said
buddy.
hey.
You're welcome anytime, sir.
All right,
Wow.
thanks, man. I'll see y'all.
I missed you earlier,
Anyways,
Redline.
while I pet my cat here, why don't you explain to me how 3 days of fighting is suddenly just like outweighing everything that's been done so far? I'm
'Cause you guys
confused
are
by that.
too poor to handle it.
What
So
have
the
you
red
done
line-
What
for
do you
me
mean?
lately?
Redline, did you not hear my whole fucking spiel? Do I have to repeat it for a goddamn? I'm not repeating it for a third time. You should have listened.
I
to it.
heard you say that our sole existence is to fight in a holy war to eradicate goons.
Yes, so skirmishes don't fucking matter at this point. You have to make progress. You've got
What
to.
do you mean?
You have got to start making
We've got
progress on the
four.
what you
Start.
Bill, they wrapped the
Start!
plot today.
What
Phil,
is
like,
that? Who is sparking? Who's having a meltdown right now? Is that red line? Red line? Is that you?
Yes, it is. I'm
Are
sorry.
you
I'm
just
not trying
fucking
to be
having
loud.
Tourette's or something? What the fuck?
No, I'm just saying start. What do you mean? We've made 4 months of steady progress.
no, you
And
haven't.
now what?
You've done nothing.
So
What?
yeah, those cube stars didn't exist.
They
So
didn't matter. They didn't care. We don't care
So-
clearly. So like,
I really can't. I really do.
All
Like,
right,
I
so look.
understand infrastructure investment and stuff like that, but I really
So
can't
look,
sit there and say like, y'all got you.
last Saturday on the Meta Show that I didn't watch, Merck said, because I remember, Bill, you're not going to get me on that. Someone told me that Merkelchen said that you did want those keep stars, and of course, you don't want to just lose keep stars all willy nilly, right? Like, and that's kind of what happened. But at the end of the day, there has been steady progress ever since, like, what, 3 weeks after the debacle at M2.
Yeah, but you're like I said, the whole fucking goddamn it. I have to repeat it again. Your existence.
No, you don't. The whole
mission is-
purpose is to eradicate goons. I get
Yeah,
that.
but that doesn't
And
happen.
every single day, we get closer and closer. Because
No, we don't.
eventually, you guys are going to go to Saarinen. You have to.
Oh, wow,
Well,
dude.
fuck.
It's quite the opposite. If you're doing anything, you're strengthening our resolve.
How long were you sitting on that one? You were waiting to say that for like fucking 30 minutes now, right?
It's been a few minutes. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been a little while.
That was
Look,
good. I'll
if
give
you
you that.
think I'm going to come onto this show on INN and screech propaganda, you must think I'm a regular on the stream channel.
Yeah, especially with Amok's superiority here to handle the shit tier posting or voice comms, actually, technically in this situation.
Oh man, I love voice comms because
Rats, Red Line.
if you can't just ignore me, I mean you can, but
I certainly can. And that's the
it's
best
rude
part
to
is I
do
get
that.
to sit here and
This
just
is
talk
not-
about how awful you guys are. No one can stop me.
Yeah, this is not
true.
this is not Trash Talk Tuesday. We're basically Theta comms, but on a
Very,
fucking
very
show.
respectful.
Yeah, see? Like we're
Yeah,
nice people.
I heard
And we're-
earlier you talking about some big titties, and I'm here for that. Like who?
We talked about chicken fucking at one point.
I do like that too.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna. Well, let's. No.
Chicken fucking pig wrestling.
I mean, we talked about feet briefly, you know.
Betty White.
Okay.
Betty White was hot.
Right?
Like I do Betty White now. I don't
We're
have
all-
to work with a young
No,
one.
no, no. Don't do Betty White. Just
We're all very
Stop.
comfortable with our sexuality, Redline. If you have something to hide, that's cool. We won't bring it up here.
Competition pictures.
Yeah. Tell us what makes you uncomfortable so we don't say it.
okay.
Don't worry, we'll wait.
Okay.
So, final thoughts, because I know they're going to yell at me to get off, because I'm surprised Brisk hasn't come in here already. Screeching
Oh no,
about
I
getting
got
more
a
numbers
message,
from
Brisk. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
He did come in here last week, didn't he?
Yeah,
Oh,
but I
he said you
messaged
guys
him.
were an hour overdue, and I'm like, we go for 2 hours normally. What are you talking about?
I just want to know when you're going to commit, Redline, when you're going to commit to the big fight version 2.
They
Redline,
never
when am I
will.
going to see that super?
Well-
I wanna see that hill ass, that Nick's
Are you-
ass.
Shit,
Or,
you poor
My
bitches.
Nyx ass? I don't
Yeah.
have a Nyx. I don't have a hell. I don't have what's the other one?
Aeon.
You have a Weavern?
He's got one of those. Sorry.
No, I don't. I don't have any of those things.
Because there's no pretense of it's already replaced after this next fight, given the way the market's going, right? Because whatever's lost
I
is
mean,
already lost.
But look, I just came on here to say that I'm sure that everybody who's fighting is enjoying fighting. And very simply put, you guys don't get to make our objectives up. If we have
but you-
objectives, we get to make them.
But we
And
already
if we-
did if you get to succeed at them or not.
But you made him 8 months ago.
you have to know what the objective is for us to fail or succeed at it.
I know what PanFam's objective is, and that's to get Legacy fucking rolled over in kneecap goons.
Oh man, I can't wait for Test as I like Test as an alliance. I think they're great.
No, the fuck you don't. Everybody hates
No,
Test.
everybody hates Test.
Yeah,
I
they're
just
pretty
want to
bad.
jump in really quick for final thoughts and say that I love you all, even you, Redline, even though you got
Aw.
super mad last time when I made that joke about you not being confident in your sexuality. I still love you as a person, and don't feel
When did
bad
that
about
happen?
it.
Was it
Don't
like 3
worry about
seconds
it.
ago?
No, it was like 3 Theta Thursdays ago.
Oh.
Chat
Oh.
probably.
Roman, you were on a fucking stream and not telling me.
He was in chat.
Yeah, Redline gets
Yeah,
really.
you can
butthurt
deliver
about
burns from chat, Bill.
Hell yeah. Okay, so I guess we're on to final thoughts.
Yeah.
We can start with Bill. Did you have anything that you wanted to say to kind of wrap things up?
Yeah. I'd like to leave my final thoughts being that we're not ending the show. It's not final thoughts time. We're still going. This is AMOC. This is AMOC's fucking. This is AMOC recruitment chat now.
Oh, okay.
This is an AMOC stream. I don't know if y'all realize that. I'm PMing.
Yeah, we haven't really focused on AMOC much in the last.
Who runs INN right now? I'm about to PM them.
Life Shifter. It would be Life Shifter
Marana.
that you don't have PM.
Rana? Okay.
Well, Life Shifter does the stream stuff,
Yeah,
so
but
you'd
he's not
want to.
available at night, so asking him
It's
to do
actually
something
neither
sleeping.
of those people.
I'll
that
give her a
run
call.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So yeah, my final thoughts is that it's pretty much just I just want everybody to think and know that how do I say this?
Are you gonna drag this out?
From the bottom of my heart, I want everybody to know.
Oh my God, you're speaking like Forrest Gump. Speed it up. I know you're from Alabama.
That's AMOC is recruiting.
Okay. Bromander, any final thoughts for the evening?
My final thoughts, just to parrot, is I don't know. This was wonderful. I think Pappy's going to do fuck all in the next 2 months. And, who cares? It's a good time, and I love you all, really. You're great people, even if you're not.
And AMOC is recruiting.
Yeah.
So when y'all lose, you can just join us. Apply. We'll probably not accept all of you, but we'll accept some of you.
I wouldn't accept a single one. Dominark, final thoughts.
Well, see if I can.
Or first thought, really.
First thought. Yeah, I had a thought earlier. I just didn't share it. You know what? I am still super excited about sideball pictures and fucking chickens. I can't get it out of my mind.
Docs, any final thoughts?
The good old cluck fuck, right?
My final thought is that I'm PvPing in WoW and I have no idea what's going on. There you go.
Thank you. We'll do Greg. Final thoughts.
Oh, okay. Basically, I just wanted to make sure everyone was aware that Theta Thursday will be having their first annual Variety Talent Extravaganza show.
Is that actually happening?
Yeah, it is. It's in the works right now. I'm just putting the final touches on it.
It's in the works, okay.
Yeah, so we're looking at you're going to be required to have 3 minutes of whatever your talent is going to be. Like you can sing, you can dance, play an instrument, poetry, lyrics. It can't go against the Twitch TOS, so you got to be careful with that. So we'll be looking in the next couple of weeks. There'll be a thread up for you to submit your act. We'll obviously have to vet it for eligibility before we allow it on.
Does it have to be good?
Oh no, definitely not. Definitely not. Ryak is one of the judges, so
I am.
I got myself a new jaw harp. I'm ready to go.
Okay, Nuramori, final thoughts?
This one's a hard one. AMOC best thought. I found a new home in Theta lately, so I got to say I've really been enjoying the group.
Except for when we argue with Saladin about tax.
No, even that's fun. Everyone becomes worldly when we talk about the things with people outside of the U.S.
Can't believe we were were seriously talking about tax law for like 25 minutes.
It was interesting. But I got to say on the last note that thanks to you guys, I'm now going to be searching for Betty White porn, and I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do.
Oh, I know what you're going to do.
Can you post a write up about the Theta takeover op? I didn't see that in AMOC subforums.
I'm not missing you down there though.
No,
Who?
Bill. All of Deck SWAT people try to like avoid us. They abandoned us since we're not needed anymore.
Oh shit! This is the first time I joined chat. I see Brisk Rubo in the chat.
Yeah, he's trying to take.
At this point, we've been so like deprived of deck swap people. I'm starting to think I might even accept Bill.
I don't know. Well, first of all, I don't know who y'all talking about, and second of all, you would always accept me. I am all accepted.
Let's just say it's good that Theta has an open door policy. Recruitment is a one click away. Redline, any final thoughts for the evening?
Oh, I've got a few final thoughts that I'd like to share.
You just have one, sorry.
Oh,
I can do is
I
one.
get one. So I have to pick the best one.
We're running on
Alright.
we're running on a test budget right now. Sorry.
So you have like infinite final thoughts? Is that?
I don't know what infinite money you think.
To
they
think
have.
that any large group in this video game has any problems with money is astounding to me. Anyways,
They
that's
haven't
for a
admitted they
different
don't
show.
have any fucking money. They don't even have most of the caches that they were bragging about at the
Who
beginning of
said
the year.
that?
Billy and PGL. PGL said we haven't, SRP'd everything, and then they also said that we're kind of low on carriers right now, but we can maybe, SRP dreads.
Brave can't even afford its fucking spy relay.
Yeah.
They also said that it's a Hull problem, not an ISK problem. Did you listen to the
That's
same
what they
town hall that I
say.
did?
Listen, where's these caches? They were just all jerking their dicks off about. I don't see no fucking caches anymore.
Hey
And
guys,
yet,
why would
how come
why
I've
would I
got a
never show
million
you the
carriers
caches?
and supers and titans ready to go in my own
See-
fucking hangar?
All right, check. Billy,
This
fucking red line. You got a final thought. Hurry up.
Yeah.
I tried to have a final
ahead.
thought, and Don interrupted me. Because all Don wants to do is yell at me, and you know what? That's okay. I invite any of you, if you want to take the gloves off and come at the red line, the master of spin, obviously, you know where to find me. That's my final thought.
Okay.
Been there, done
Right.
that.
Rank, any final thoughts?
Not lately, coward bitch.
Yeah, hopefully my plane doesn't crash in the morning and I die in a ball of fire.
Yeah, you're going to Boston to have sex, aren't you?
Yeah,
I
get to go play with some nice feet that I haven't seen in a year and a half. So
Good
I'm
for you,
excited.
sir. I hope you enjoy yourself. Dawn, it's time for you to let us know what your final thought is.
My final thought is that I hope everybody gets to go to Vegas and we have a good time. We're going to go to the Brazilian Steakhouse for sure. So the more people, the better for there. And then if you want to watch, if you don't know, Fremont Street has the best drinks because when you ask for a Jack and Coke, they give you a 16-ounce Jack and Coke, not a little glass from the strip. So other than that, I hope everyone has a good week. Fuck Pappy, y'all can go suck a lemon, and we're done.
Okay, Sager. Oh, sorry, Don.
I want your cat's final thoughts.
Thank you, everyone, for watching
time for
this
her
week.
to fucking eat.
Yeah, we're very glad you came. I don't have an outro song to perform for you guys this week. I'm gonna work on something for next week.
I'll give you a beat if you want to freestyle for it.
No, that's good, man. Anyways, thank you.
Acapella.
Thank you all very much for coming out. And we're all gonna go and visit Merkelchin, Nom Nom, Brisk, and looks like Soban.
Soban, yeah, Captain. It's not Captain Soban. It can't be.
Theme song, which is Benny Hill.
Why is Captain Soban talking about using meth in chat?
Well, it is an epidemic.
This is the Greg Huzzah Theta Thursday signing out. We're signing.